Red Luca in, but I don't know if she got people in her chat box again. I know it's looking good. Here she is.
Hey,
welcome back.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, it's
Luca
good to be
is
back.
in the house.
Good to see you.
Did you have a lovely time?
I did, but I'm very tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I flew in last night, then went to my dad's, got my dog, took him for lunch to say thank you for having my dog for 3 weeks. And then I had to crash on his sofa for a bit before I
bless
drove home. So yeah, I'll be on till 10 at latest.
If you start head bobbing, we'll give you a nudge.
Yeah, basically just put a siren on.
Thank you for giving it a go tonight. Anyway, Chat says good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Chat.
Daz will be joining us, but a bit later. He's hoping to get here by 9 o'clock. As you can see, we're trying to be festive.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. We should have given you the heads up. Sorry.
That's all right. Do you know what? I'm just
evening,
surprised
Sandra.
it's even Christmas.
It's been a bit of a blur, isn't it? It's just come around so quick.
Yeah. I'll be manically Christmas shopping tomorrow, basically.
Thank you.
I must admit, I am done with the old presents. I've got them all in. So it's just a matter of wrapping them now. Yeah. So after this one, there's one more and then a 3-week break. So.
Hi, Collie.
But the one when we come back on the 8th, if we can all make it, that'd be good because we can do a watch along and then go straight into the boot room.
Perfect. Yep.
And it is away to Arsenal, so it's a big game as well.
I know.
It's a massive game.
I just can't believe we're back. We're back around. It's just mad.
Yeah.
And we might even have, well, I don't know, might even have some new players.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we could do, couldn't we? Because the window will open on the 1st, won't it?
And lost some. We were talking about Mo Salah, obviously, on. I was on live just for a little bit before. And how sad it is, quite frankly, that this is happening. And no matter, I've been quite critical of Mo Salah and how selfish he can be. But God, I don't want him going. I want them to sort it out, and I want him to be the player he was last season. Because if he's the player he is last season, we can get back on track.
Do you see it getting sorted out though?
I worry if you read between the lines and all the whisperings. I worry it's much bigger than Slot and Mo.
I wonder that.
Yeah, and that maybe because of
Evening Tyler.
him not gelling with the new players, because there's big rumours that him and Verts.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah, that's not going well, and you can see that on the pitch, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So if that's the case, there might be it's completely out of Slot's hands anyway. That we're going to cash in while we can.
Well, there's been some big numbers touted today. Have you seen the numbers being thrown about?
25 mil, I believe.
I mean, if you can get that for a 33-year-old, you're going to snap their hand off, aren't you? So,
I just wonder, with what Sarah's just said about this whole Verts thing. Surely a player as seasoned and as well thought of at Liverpool as Salah is, why he wouldn't embrace that and have, because obviously Salah would know he's coming to the, sort of the end of his Liverpool career time, if you like. And he knows at some point he will either retire or he will move on, whether it's at the end of his contract or at some point within his contract. If he loves the club as much as he says he loves the club and the fans and everything else, why wouldn't he embrace new players coming in, especially excellent players like Verts with a great reputation, and embrace it and think, well, this is only good for the club. Why would he have? Why should he get to be against Verts just because they're touting him as the future of Liverpool?
Your typing's really loud, by the
way. Sorry, just someone in my chat was saying something. My apologies. Yeah, the microphone's right over the keyboard. Sorry about that, Kev.
And Kev, you sound really low. I've got people saying it in my chat.
I. Sound low.
I've got people saying it in my chat.
Sound low.
Yeah, it's in your sound, quite muffled.
Is it the way you've put your phone up? Because it was like that this morning, wasn't it?
No.
I must admit, it sounds quite loud for me, but I've got headphones on.
My phone is where it always is. I must stand.
Yeah, but just to reply to some of that though, I don't think Mo thinks this is getting towards the end of his career. I think that's what's angering him, right? I think he signed for 2 years thinking, I'm gonna break all the records. I'm gonna leave Liverpool number one, and I'm gonna win loads with them. So I think with the kind of the narrative that started happening about kind of Mo might not start all the games and he might come on and be an impact player. He's like, that's not what I was promised, because he doesn't, if you look at the man, he's incredibly fit, right? But he needs to realize though that he has lost a lot of speed. That kind of explosive speed that he used to have is not there, or he's not putting in the effort for it to be there, as in he doesn't want to bust a gut, he doesn't want to get injured, all of that stuff. But
I don't see him breaking Ian Rush's record anyway, because he's nearly 100 goals behind him, isn't he? He'd have to have 3 phenomenal seasons.
Yeah.
So
but I think that's how Mo thinks, though.
That
he'll get the golden boot for the next 2 years and be there or thereabouts, and maybe get an extension rather than being kicked off somewhere.
Here you go, Mo.
For his
Take that one, get in your taxi, and go off to Saudi.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. The way he's thinking at the moment with this whole thing that he came out with, I've earned my place because of everything that I've done in my career at Liverpool. That's the wrong way to look at things, because every player should be earning their place game on game. If you're not performing, then the manager has every right to go, do you know what? We're going to take you out, put you on the bench because you're
Thanks for the gifts,
not
guys.
doing anything for us and you're not contributing enough, and we'll try somebody else. You don't have the God-given right to be on that right-hand side if you're not going to perform. Just because you perform for the last 7 seasons, at the moment you're not.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be looking at it that way, and I think he was totally wrong to say that.
Yeah.
I think if he felt the need to speak in public like he did, he certainly should have picked his words a lot carefuler.
Yeah.
To think you've got the right to be in the team just because of what you've done in the past, is quite disrespectful to the rest of your teammates who are also training hard. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I think that's what rattled me the most out of all of it.
And the timing.
Yeah, but that was done on purpose.
Yeah, I think Jamie had, Jamie Carragher's getting a lot of abuse at the moment, and I think he was right in saying Mo was waiting for his moment to go, look at that, the team aren't better without me. Actually, Mo, we've stopped losing since you've not been playing, and Wirtz has played better. How funny is that? That is not a coincidence. So
cheers for the gifts, guys. Yeah,
it's such a horrible, tricky position that he's put everybody in. His friends and colleagues like Van Dijk, Sobosai, that have been there by his side for years. Alisson, to rather than prepare for a bloody really hard game, they're talking about him. Like, that is selfish. It's just no need for it. And is this all so that he gets an incredible move and becomes the most, if he can't become the best player at Liverpool, is he going to become the most expensive player in the world? And that's something that he'll then be proud of. Anyway, it's just infuriating.
I just think the writing's on the wall with it. I really do. I'll be shocked if he stays at the club. I really will.
Yeah, I think also in slot, right?
Evening, Max.
You've got someone who will be tough when he needs to be tough, and he will want an apology. He will want for the best, for the team. He will want Mo to be a proper senior. Like, remember, there was all those interviews when Slot first started, where Mo was like, oh, you know, he's talked to me about when I train, I really need to put in all the effort everybody else is, because otherwise the younger players are going to see me and think, oh, they won't have to give 100%. I love to have those conversations with him, because he probably saw from the get-go that Mo was just like, I'm the big star here. I can do what I like. And Stott was like, no. And look what he did, right? He turned Mo into an incredible goal-making machine, like not just scoring goals, but assisting. But then that seems to have gone, you know, haywire this season. And probably because of the new players, because that's the real.
Well, he's seen a lot of new bucks turn up, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And let's face it, they're all going to be buying for his position or what, you know, or thereabouts. Yeah. So, and I don't also think he likes playing with an out-and-out striker in front of him, neither. I just think it's sad how it's come about, but I think it is time we get used to not having Mo in the team anyway. So he'll go off to AFCON, and this will either get resolved and he'll come back, or he'll be sold. But he just needs to accept, even if it's resolved, he might not play every game, and that's, I think, his biggest problem. He can't accept that.
He can't.
But
so Mikey and mine has said, I do think the lack of Salah having a right back hasn't helped, which is absolutely true. I don't. I
when you say a right back, do you mean the quality of the passing from Trent?
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's what you mean, Mikey. Like, that has been the biggest kind of, well, one of the biggest drivers of Mo's performance having dipped.
But if he's that world class, he should adapt.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, if he's that world class and he believes of his own ability, if it's to do with the quality of the passing, I don't think that comes into it, because even when he's had the ball passed to him, he's not done anything with it.
Yeah.
So it's literally down to him. Now, obviously, he's not got somebody overlapping him like maybe Trent would have done in the past to give him a bit of support. But we've seen it time and time again when he's been the only player on that right-hand side, and he's been taking players on, and he's been cutting in, and he's been taken to the byline, and he's jinking here and there, putting players on their arses on his own. He ain't doing any of that anymore, and I think that is the big thing that I've noticed this season, particularly, and his lack of performance.
I think it was a very big statement winning Tuesday without him being in the team as well. When you go away to Inter and you know they haven't lost a game in 3 years, so to go and get a win without him in the team, I think it shows to him, do you know what, Mo, we can do this without you. And maybe that would be enough to make him buck his ideas up. But personally, I just think his ego's got the better of him, and I just think he will move on. But you can't have a toxic player in a dressing room. And I think that's where it will head. And we can see what that's done to United over the last few years.
The thing is, can you honestly see him sitting there and going, okay, Slot, we need to, I want to have a chat with you, and I apologise, and blah, blah. I can't see him doing that.
I know, because I thought it was very telling that Slot has only spoken to him a couple of times, and also that he told him he wasn't going live on the training pitch. He went, yeah, you're not going. Like, there was not, okay, Mo, can you come in a bit early before everybody else is there? Let's have a good old chat. Let's air things out. Let's see how we can move forward. No, in front of everyone, he went, you're not going. So that's also only going to get his back up even more, isn't it?
It might get his back up a bit more, but that also shows the other players he's not going to take any shit from any player.
Yeah, I agree.
This is where I draw the line, and this is how I'm going to deal with things in the future.
You could still do that after you've had the one-to-one conversation with Mo first,
But shouldn't it? Maybe he was waiting for Mo to apologise.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like, I feel like then hopefully there's been some conversations now or tomorrow or whatever before Brighton, because is there, and Liam has put, Salah will be back up and running soon. Is there could you see this, you two, or anyone else, if you want to put it in the chat, where Mo maybe does play a bit of Brighton. He then goes off to AFCON, hopefully does well there, comes back absolutely ready to redeem himself or prove everybody.
If I had to weigh it up right now, I think the scales are probably 80% he leaves. If he's on the bench for Brighton and he comes on for a few minutes, that might be all we need to know, because that could be like Slot going with there's your goodbye to the fans. It could be interesting how this unfolds. Did anyone see Dom's interview after the Inter game in the tunnel? Have you seen it? It was quite short and sweet, but he was asked, do you think Dom stays? And he said, well, honestly, it's down to the club and how, Salah with the apology and all that. But he didn't look convinced. I think his face kind of said he thinks it's done.
I think this also, surely the squad have had their opinions. Do you know what I mean? I think if you see some of the videos that have been shown about the goals that haven't been scored because Mo didn't pass, it's not just Wirtz that's frustrated with him, right? You can see it in the other players. They're like this when he doesn't do it, which you never have really seen in the squad before. Even when he did it before, people were just thinking, okay, he'll score in a minute or whatever. Like now, it's just frustration because if they don't play as a unit, we're not going to get out of this mess. And I feel like maybe that's been the final straw rather than the club thinking, oh, let's cash in. If the rest of the players are like all going to start and go in, fucking Mo, then, that's only, you can only deal with that for so long.
And it must be like in that environment, it must be very hard to voice your true opinions, especially when at one point this guy's not only your teammate but probably your friend, and then he comes out and says things like he said. Do you wear that within the club, worried you'll make more ripples, or keep your mouth shut and just think like, well, he might not be here soon anyway, so I ain't got to deal with it? Because if you're Kaiser or Dom or anyone who could play on that right side, and you've just heard him say, well, for what I've done in the past, I think I should be playing. Everyone else who can play that position, who's training hard every week to try and get into the team, I just found it very disrespectful from him.
Very.
Just felt like he was throwing his toys out the pram. But everyone's got an opinion on this, and I can't really say if anyone's right or wrong. I just think we've all got our thoughts on it, and we'll see how it unfolds over the next 6 weeks or so, 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's whether the club will make it done and dusted in Brighton, because it feels strange that Mo has said, my family are going to be there, so we'll see what happens. It feels like they've found out something, and that it will be the last time he puts on a Liverpool shirt.
Slot's press conference tomorrow is 9 a.m, so he might give away some more information then, whether there's been an apology or anything's been resolved. But if there isn't, then I would imagine the writing's on the wall. Right, guys, just to inform everyone who's listening in, Daz will be here. He's going to be a little bit late. But if you want to start getting some questions in to throw at us, we'll start taking some. Preferably not about Mo. I'm mowed out. I am completely mowed out.
Well, Big Bear, I don't know who you support if you want to let me know.
It's a great name, Big Bear.
Yeah. Welcome to the real football world. You've had it so good for a very long time. Okay. I'm guessing you mean Mo there. And it doesn't feel very good this season.
It's only what we've deserved. We've had it so good because we've worked for it.
Yeah.
Max, when you say you don't reckon Slot will attend, do you mean the press conference tomorrow? Because I think he's obliged to, isn't he?
Yeah, he has to do it, yeah.
Oh, Sandra says, how was your holiday, Sarah?
Oh, well, thank you. It was absolutely gorgeous. So my sister lives in Dubai, so I was there for a bit. Then we went to Zanzibar for like 9 days, and
Lovely.
then back to Dubai for a little bit, and then back home. So yeah, Zanzibar was just paradise. I've never been there before, and it was just gorgeous. So yeah, my sister knows a manager of a hotel there. Thank you for doing.
Oh, nice.
So we were, it was very cheap, basically. But oh god, it was gorgeous. And I don't know whether to put it on social, but I gave. So I don't know if you saw my video where all the guys were playing football on the beach. So
No, I don't think I saw that. Yeah.
Every afternoon when the tide was out, it just filled with people playing football. And there was this one guy who was in a Liverpool shirt, and it was like a replica Liverpool shirt, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna see if he speaks English, and I'm gonna give him one of my shirts.
Oh,
and
nice.
My sister filmed it.
Nice.
She was there. I didn't do it for like filming opportunity, but anyway. He was then really happy, and I've got his number and everything. We're in contact. But I gave him a Mo shirt. Funnily enough, it was before all the Mo Palaver.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, and it's just it's a really lovely country. I'm massively rate it. So if you want a good deal in a really great hotel, you just let me know.
Cheers. Right, who's got a question? Dan says, do you think Kaiser needs more minutes this season? Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I think I'd like to see him start a few games and just see how he fits into the team and how many minutes we can actually get out of him. Because Slot seems to think he's still not capable of playing a full game. But let's find out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he played the full game against Southampton in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
Evenings, Big T. Welcome in, mate.
I've got a good one here from Champions.
Evening to Bryce.
Edwards and Hughes. Klopp left because of Edwards coming back because he wasn't tried.
I had that one myself from him. He's basically saying Klopp didn't leave because he was tired. It was because of Hughes and Edwards. I like him to quantify that.
He's never mentioned that in his interviews, has he?
I think it's definitely a bit of both, because they did clash, didn't they, over kind of power of players, etc., and like who signs off. So Klopp got final sign off, but a lot of the finding the players in the first place he wasn't involved in at all.
Because didn't he have to fight to get Nunes, didn't he?
Yeah. Because I think they wanted to move to what they have now with Slot, where there's a head coach who literally your power is when they're on the pitch and get the best out of them on the training pitch and on the match day, but nothing else. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Slot can continue to work in that environment. Because I think this Mo stuff might be completely out of his control. He might want Mo. He might be like, I'm okay as long as I can get the best out of him. I want Mo. I don't want to lose him. But the rest, Hughes has gone. No, he's disrespected the club. He's gone. So it's going to be interesting to see what the power playing.
I think there's a lot behind the scenes that obviously we know nothing about, which could impact or has maybe impacted this whole Salah thing. And
I bet there's lots we don't know about, Kev. Especially when we spoke this morning about, do you remember when he took down his profile stuff? And that was weeks ago, wasn't it? So I think this has been rumbling on for a while.
That photograph that he put up of him in the actual training centre on his own, that to me was not necessary.
No.
It's the whole, again, woe is me, I'm on my own, I've been left behind, blah, 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 blah. And you think, well, and like you said, Paul, why didn't he he could have put that photograph up and put a banner across it saying, good luck to the lads tonight, I wish you all well, go smash it or something like that. But he didn't, it was just the photograph.
Yeah.
And to me, that's very petulant.
Sandra said, Mo posted another selfie of him in the gym on his own 15 minutes ago. Interesting. Maybe he isn't going to be playing at Brighton either then. In which case, I think we know where he's ending up. I just find him a little bit of a spoilt child, you know, considering he's come from very humble backgrounds, who grew up with nothing to where he is now in life. And not that Liverpool can take all the credit, but we certainly help put him where he is today, you know. And I think he's forgotten really that he is just a human being who plays football.
Money and status has created that in him.
Probably.
And I think
sorry, Sarah, go on.
I think Liverpool are part to play in that, because, you know, there's not many players in the world that get the kind of, okay, you can just attack, you know, and he did get that, right? He was given that as a right. So now for it to be thrown back at him, as in you don't track back, you're not working hard, like where was that shift? Was it done pre-season so we knew what he had to do, or has it been because shit's hit the fan that Slot's gone, you're not putting in enough effort, and he's like, whoa, like, you know, you promised me, everyone promised me that I was allowed to stay up and not track back, because that's what's worked for us in the past, and now you're telling me I'm not working hard. Because you know, if it's things like that, then you can understand why Mo is upset and feeling like the only way he can get any power in this conversation is by trying to get fans on his side or the media on his side. Now that hasn't really happened, but that might be why this has happened. But yeah, these broken promises, they will eventually come out, won't they? If it's true.
I can't see how you would make promises like that anyway, because it would be hard to keep them, wouldn't it? On form alone. You know, you're not going to play someone who's not in form, are you, if it's consistently underperforming? And that's what's happened. So I find that really strange if someone had made that promise to him. But again, we don't know what's been said, do we? We second guess everything.
But the promise might have been just you can stay up, because he was given that last season, right? They've been very open about that. That Slot said, right, well, to get the best out of you, we're going to keep you up. You don't need to track back. And they did, right? We got more assists from him, more goals. And it meant that he could use that explosive power more regularly in a match, rather than you know, running the length of the pitch and then not having the legs to accelerate from defenders when needed. And then if that's been thrown back in his face this season when the chips were down, then it'd be like, well, hang on, we all agreed that was going to be the way I was going to play, you were going to play me. And maybe even he's frustrated with the players that have been brought in, because none of them will. We
just got to remember, you know, this ain't the first time he's thrown a paddy, is it?
No.
You know, when Klopp benched him at West Ham a few years ago, he didn't like it, did he? Refused to shake his hand, and that was even bringing him on. He was only a sub, he was brought on. So I think Mo's got form when it comes to being dropped. So I'm still persistent. I think he's gone personally. What we got going on in the chat? You surely can't forget that Salah had to play with 5 different centre backs. Give him a break. What's that got to do with it?
And right backs, I think. I've had that in mind. That because he's not had that consistent right back, he's not been able to.
But a player shouldn't be relying on another player for him to play well. He's got to be doing it himself. You know, it's not like you know, Szoboszlai is relying on Wirtz, let's say, to link up with to play well. He's just doing it off his own back. Yeah. So I think something just doesn't sit right with me where Salah's concerned. You know, this whole God-given right to be in the team, and you know, his performances as a whole, and you know, saying he's being used as a scapegoat. And Edward came out and said, you know, we need to also realise that although he reckons that he's been treated badly, and why just drop Mo when other players are also playing badly? Do you know what I mean? And yes, I sort of get where Edward's coming from, because there are several other people that have played badly, Konate for one. But what you also got to realise, Edward, is that the fact that we haven't got as many central defenders to be able to replace him with as we have on the right-hand side of the attack.
Yeah.
So you have to play what we've got available. So if we drop Mo, there are players we can put in that place, whether it's the Chiesa, Soboslai, you could even put Gakpo there, where he could then go down the line and cross it in. Who do we have to replace Konate? We've got we've got Gomez, and Gomez
is playing right back.
Is playing as right back because Frimpong and Bradley are out. So you've got to mix it up to that point where you've got to realise that it also depends on what players we've got fit and available.
Yeah, that is crucial because I've faced that quite a lot in my comments that we're all blaming Mo. That's why we've done badly. No, that's not what's happening at all. We are playing badly. We are trying, and Slot has talked about this. We are trying to find a formation that works and trying to fix some of the problems we've got, as well as carrying a lot of injury.
What do you know? What? Can I just say something? Right. Sorry, this changed. When this news first broke out, it just smelt a bit fishy to me, right? And I think this has been orchestrated from the start because he wants out of the club for whatever reason, right? That we probably don't and might never know about. But the timing of it, with him going away to AFCON and the January transfer window coming up, and what he said, if you put all the pieces together, I think it was orchestrated to put the media on him. The club won't like it, and then it will get sold, get him out. Because I think he was I've always persisted. I think he was going in the summer anyway. I think we gave him the extra 2 years, so there was a decent buyout clause, because to sell him on, someone's got to buy him out of those 2 years. And I only ever saw him doing one more season with us anyway. So I think he's realised he's not the main man anymore. We've got all these new young guns coming in. And I just think he just doesn't like it. And I think between him and his agent, I think this has been very carefully planned and released at the right time that services him getting out of the club.
Yeah. I mean, Mo doesn't do anything without it being well
benefiting him.
Way that he was in that dressing room and just went, oh, you know what? I'm going to go and talk to the media. Like he probably had that plan anyway, whether he came on partly as a sub or he didn't at all. And he was hoping the team was going to lose, right? Because then it would have made it even more of a,
justification.
Yeah, exactly. They're not doing any better without me. Yeah, I'm still sat on that bench. Why? It's not fair, blah, blah, blah. But it's also interesting. Did you see that clip that's come out about, like, someone was recording and it sounds like Van Dijk going, oh, just let him go and speak to them.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, isn't it? That because part of me is like, okay, if we're going to, if we're going to go on Mo's side for a second, what if it really is like the Slot has lost the locker room, and Mo has gone, right, I will go and talk to the media and try and tell them what's really going on, and that the rest of the players are also not behind Slot and not liking what he's doing and who he's playing and not playing and blah, 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 blah. And Mo is the one that's the fool guy because he's the one that's like, right, I'm going to go and talk to them. The only thing is, though, if that's the case, he barely spoke about the team. It was
all about Mo. And if you think even the photo the other day of him in the gym on his own, it's all about Mo. It's all about putting the limelight on Mo. Yeah. And this just smells like, I said, he wants out of the club. Sandra, just to let you know, I kicked that person. He was doing my head in.
If that was the case, and let's say, all the players were feeling exactly the same way, they weren't happy with Slot and the performances and the formation, and they just couldn't get on board with it. Why Salah? Salah's not one to come out and speak, like we said, unless it benefits him. Why wouldn't that have been Virgil or Robbo? Somebody that's a little bit more outspoken and quite happy to be in front of the media. Why Salah? So that doesn't fit either, does it? Do you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Right, let's get off of Mo. We've been chatting about Mo for ages. Let's move on to the Inter game. Not spoke about that yet, have we? Who wants to start?
Go on, Sarah. You haven't
Ladies first.
We've spoken several times about it, like in the morning. So
Yeah. Let's get your take on it.
So it finished at 2 a.m. the time I was watching it. I was really happy to see us more of a solid unit. We looked more compact. We looked less likely to make a mistake. I thought Kanate had a real commanding performance and used his stature to good use for probably the first time this season, and that made him feel more confident. And he did some good passes as well, so did Van Dijk. I didn't like that Wirtz didn't start, obviously, because I'm like Wirtz's #1 fan. But when he came on, he made a difference, so that was great. I really wanted him to try this Ekitike-Isak partnership because I think with the players we've brought in and the players we've got, it clearly hasn't worked trying to just have one up there. And if they can form a great partnership, that would be amazing. But it was really poor. I think they didn't even have a pass between them, did they?
No, I think someone said that. You did, didn't you, Kev?
yeah.
So that was really poor, and that needs to be sorted. And you know, if you can shut up shop at the back, you've got a chance. And it just showed that we did finally get a chance. Like, it was a penalty, right? Yes, it was kind of weak, but it would have been a free kick if someone had grabbed a whole lot of shirt and pulled someone back. I'm just glad Wirtz went down, quite frankly, because I think Slot has shown some frustrations that we don't tend to go down. Because if he hadn't, then we obviously wouldn't have got it. And also, I think it was very weak taking that goal away from us, so it cancelled itself.
Yeah, kind of karma, really, wasn't it? Sorted itself out. Yeah, I agree with the performance. Was a solid team performance. Thought everyone played their part in it. I thought it was brilliant, and I thought, you know, Slot hasn't been getting many good comments about him lately, but I thought he got the tactics spot on. I thought setting up with a very defensive-minded midfield, playing deep when we had to. I mean, sometimes we were seeing 6 at the back, weren't we, when defending? But it stopped Milan playing, and I think his intention was to always try and nick it 1-0. So plan come off brilliantly. So do we think he goes the same again against Brighton, other than Conor Bradley can't play because he's suspended, isn't he?
I hope. Sorry, Kev, you go.
No, you crack on.
No, you go. Sorry.
I'd like to think he would keep it, but we saw when we played Frankfurt, he changed it for Frankfurt, and then the very next game he changed it back to the 4-2-3-1. Now I don't know whether he's thinking I'll play a different formation in Europe because it seems to work better. And then in his head, I'm going to continue with the 4-2-3-1 because at some point it's got to work. I personally would not change a damn thing, apart from Bradley, obviously, because we're forced to play somebody else. So obviously, that would.
Well, at least Gomez can start there now. Well, yeah, so we got another right back.
Bradley only came on in the second half anyway, so it's not like he was playing the whole game and then we substituted him off. For Gomez, as long as Gomez can stay fit at any time Bradley's not playing, then obviously, you know, we can play Gomez. If Bradley's fit, then play Bradley and then use Gomez as a centre back if need be, or as a right back if need be at the time. But I think he needs to stick with the same formation. It works. It means we're more solid at the back. We're more compact in midfield. You've got the midfield tracking back, helping the defenders. You've also got the midfield then pushing forward to help the attackers. So they're doing their dual role that they should be doing anyway. With the 4-2-3-1, that's not happening.
No.
So I would definitely not revert back. Keep what you know is working. It worked against Milan. It worked against Frankfurt. Put it in the Premier League. See how it does in the Premier League. If it doesn't work, then just revert back to the 4-4-3, or even a 4-4-2. I'd keep it as a 4-4-2. But he's obviously against Inter Milan. He used a diamond formation in midfield, 4-4-2 diamond, which I don't know if that will work in the Premier League because obviously there's less space, less time on the ball. So but if he goes with maybe a flat 4-4-2, that might work better. Time will tell. See what happens.
Yeah, just to ask something to you guys and everyone listening in as well, if you want to join in on this. The 4-2-3-1, obviously I'm not a fan of it, but how many players light do you think we are of that system actually working?
Probably a couple.
I'd probably think 3. I think we need...
You definitely need that number 6.
Yeah, I was just about to say, definitely need a number 6. And then probably Gravenberch next to him being a box-to-box midfielder in that too, with a number 6. Yeah. Obviously, we know we need a centre-back badly.
If not 2.
Yeah, and if Salah does go, if not 2. I still think we need cover at right-back, someone who stays fit, even if it's an older person, someone getting on a bit. And then... sorry?
What about another left-back?
Yeah, I honestly think the whole back line needs rebuilding from top to bottom because I don't see Kirk as going to cut it as an out-and-out left-back.
He has improved massively, though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do. From the start of the season where he looked like, holy shit, I don't know if I should be here, and there was no confidence, etc. And he was making stupid mistakes, and
we'll do something.
And obviously, it just alarmed me how much like Van Dijk seemed to just shout at him and blame him rather than like say, look, this is where I want you to be. Like when it feels like there just was no kind of leadership there or development and kind of right, this is how we're going to work as a back four now. So that I think has meant the Kirkes journey has been very rocky. I do think if we go away from the back four for a second, we need a real defensive midfielder.
Oh yeah, number 6 without doubt. Yeah,
because at the moment, McAllister's not doing that. Gravenberch did it a bit on Tuesday, which worked. Did you see how much he was dropping into that space between Van Dijk and Konate? That's what we need. But is he the player to do that? Probably not.
No.
Because he is lovely to watch when he's, ball carrying and he's just silky the way he moves through players. But we need a defensive midfielder because if we'd had a proper defensive midfielder, then that would have cushioned some of this trouble we've had in the back four, especially when Alisson was injured and it was all just chaos and Konate was just at the scene of the crime. Is that what Slot said? I was at the scene of the crime. So I really hope that's kind of number 1 on the bloody list for January, as well as Gay. Please, God.
And that's the problem. I think the best fit for a number 6 would be to go for Wharton. But unfortunately, he's at Palace as well, and I don't see them letting both of them go in the same window, do you?
No.
So it might be something we don't fix until the summer unless they've got another target they're thinking of. Be interesting in that one. Right, I've got to take a question from the Discord channel, and it's from Ed. Question for tonight is it about time we got rid of agents and go back to the clubs owning the players?
Yeah.
Sorry, repeat that second.
Hang on, let me get it back. Is it about time we got rid of agents and go back to the clubs owning the player?
Oh God.
I think the agents have too much say, too much sway. I think they're very focused on. Obviously, they get a percentage of each sale,
Yeah.
Or each continued buy on or whatever if there's that in a contract. Even a buyback clause, they'll get a percentage of that if they decide to buy somebody back. So I think they're very, very money orientated. I don't think they have a club where their players are. I don't think they have the club at heart. It's all about the dollar. And I think they cause too many problems as well at times. Too many arguments and too many unsureties and maybe too much put into contracts that they want in there. Maybe not necessarily the player might want in there, but maybe the thought of. So I personally take it back to the old days and just let the clubs deal with them.
It would also stop tapping up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, don't forget, you got to remember, these guys are adults. If they can't deal with their own business, then that's the problem. They should be dealing themselves and sitting down with,
The trouble is, all these players now are a brand, aren't they? So their agents are marketing tools for them. They get them these deals to promote aftershaves or whatever, and So
at the end of the day, if they want agents to deal with marketing things outside of the club,
but that's fine, yeah.
Inside of the club, no, stay clear.
I do think it gives them a layer of protection though, because if you think about most footballers, they've started very young, right? They've probably barely done their schooling. They've stayed in academies and just done what they've had to without getting in trouble from an education point of view, and then they're in these big clubs and they probably don't know what they're doing, right? And all they think about and all they do is football. So these agents help make sure that there's the right ecosystem around them for them to just concentrate on the football. So
Kev, people in my channel, sorry sir, people in my channel are saying your mic's gone again. Although I'm not having any trouble hearing you.
Mine or Kev's?
Kev's. Yeah, it is gone quiet again, Kev.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
So I do think there is a role for agents, but there are good and there are bad, and I think it makes clubs' lives very, very difficult. Especially around the windows and end of seasons and all of that. But could there be more rules and regulations?
I was just about to say maybe they could just be better regulated.
Yeah.
Because some of these agents can be very persuasive to get a player they've got on their books to move clubs because it makes them money, and the player might be quite happy where they are.
I just want to say to the people in my lives, sorry, this is a different live than I do normally, so you can't come up and chat. So I will most definitely do that in my future lives, but this is a different one that we do once a week, where it's the boot room 4. So
I'm waiting for Daz to come on.
So
I keep refreshing the page.
I've got from John Lee, who's an Everton fan.
Evening, John.
We've been bad. Hi, John. We've been bad because of Van Dijk. Thoughts?
We've been bad because of our whole back line just leaking goals, but also it hasn't helped with playing a midfielder at right back at times. And since we stopped doing that, we have slowly stopped leaking as many goals, haven't we? Although Leeds put 3 past us and Sunderland, but I think we're seeing a more defensive setup now from Slot, where I think he's realised right now it's not about playing pretty football; it's about getting the result. So I can see where, up until the last few weeks, he's been throwing the kitchen sink at it to get us back into games. Where now I think he's realised he just needs to make us very difficult to play through and try and nick games 1-0. And I'm quite happy to do that at the moment until we get some points on the board and start getting the confidence back up. Worry about playing attractive football later on.
Yeah. Kev, that was just about an Everton fan of my chat saying that we're bad because of Van Dijk this season.
You can't put it down to him, can you?
No.
Okay, he's
He's not been at his best, admittedly, but he's also been trying to cover a poor Kirkez at the start of the season, a poor Kanate throughout the whole of the season. He's trying to do three roles, and at some point, it's not going to work. It's going to fail constantly, which is obviously what's been happening. Yes, okay, Virgil's made a couple of mistakes himself, but you can't put this down to just a Virgil not being at his best, because even at his best, he can't cover three positions.
Yeah.
Does that sound any better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Everyone in my chat can hear you now as well, Kev. Thanks for sorting that out, mate. I'm just refreshing the page, waiting for Daz to come on. He said about 9ish, didn't he?
I think when you're surrounded by people not on form, it's very hard for your form to also not dip, because one, just like Kev's points, you're trying to pick up the slack from other people, so that's going to mean that you can't do your role properly because you're being spread too thinly. But also your performance tends to drip. There you go, Steve. Dip when others do as well. It's very hard to just stay single focused on your own game, especially when you're also the captain. So you should be trying to make changes and help the players while on the pitch. It also amazes me that I'm not seeing a lot of leaders in the squad right now. The kind of leaders I like, where I've talked about Henderson, I've talked about Gerrard, I've talked about even like Carragher, etc. Right? And I thought that Andy would play more of a role there. I know he's not been playing, but you would hope that in the locker room, training ground, around the team, he is being that leader that we know he is. Right?
Yeah.
That's why he was vice captain, etc. I think probably manager material eventually when he hangs up his boots. But I don't know. It just feels like there's not a lot of structure and senior leadership that's helping these new players come in and hit the ground running, because like apart from Ekatike, who's dropped off a bit now, which is a worry, none of them did, and that makes me think that the seniors are just not doing that part of their role. Anyway, thoughts.
Right now, we know up until I think so far this season, I think I've only seen 2 games where it's felt like we played as a complete team, and that was Inter and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I think there's been some bit part performances, some solo performances. I mean, Dom's always on form, and I think he's without a doubt the player who's giving it the most at the moment. But when it's not going your way and you go 1-0 down quite early in games, I think shoulders drop, the confidence goes, and then we've struggled. So, it's about stopping the goals first, isn't it? Going in and then work on us scoring, build from the back, make it difficult to play through. So, like we spoke about a few minutes ago, I think if we go with the same system against Brighton and be patient, I think we'll get the result against them, although it will be a difficult game. They play very good football, Brighton. What are your thoughts, Kev? Sorry, mate. Throw it over to you.
My head's gone. What was the question?
Just in general, like the performances of the club, players at the moment, in general.
And like the lack of maybe the seniors being leaders and helping the new players gel.
I have noticed that there's you see very few, whether it be Virgil or even Robbo when he's on the pitch, having to go at other players because they've made a mistake or they're not in the right position, which is what you would expect, because obviously you've got Virgil, who is the captain, and you've got Robbo, who's the vice captain. Yeah. So there should be other players there
taking that lead as well. So like an Alisson Becker, a Mo Salah, the seasoned players should be coming along and going, what the fuck are you doing there? You should be there, and why aren't you doing that? And whatever. You can't. I don't think you can have a captain that is too soft vocally with players, especially in a game. You can see it on a Sunday game, right? And I've played in Sunday games. I've played Saturday games, years ago. Captains would rip you to shreds if you did something wrong or you were in the wrong position. We're not seeing that at Liverpool at the moment. You'd get it with Gerrard, you'd get it with Hendo, but we're not getting it with Virgil or Robbo at the moment, and I think that's where we're lacking. Yes, it's all very well. You can see where a player should be, and you're trying to usher them into certain positions, and that is part and parcel of like for Van Dijk, especially for the back line. But he's also got to be looking at the centre, the midfield as well. If they're not in the positions or tracking back, then he needs to be having a word with these players, even if it's on the pitch and not ranting and raving at them, just going up to them and saying, "Look, you're not doing what you expect you to do. Track back. We need you to keep an eye on this player or that player."
Yeah,
and I don't think he's doing that. No. So I think we're missing a trick there. And if that can change, I think the organisation will be a lot better.
I still think if he comes through the door in January, I think that would be a massive boost for Virg. Konate, he's had a better game against Inter, but for so long Virg has been having to carry him as well as his own position, plus the right back position when that's played out with a midfielder in it. So I think having a solid centre back beside him, I think will rejuvenate his season. And just quickly, while we're on the subject of that, what do people think about Konate? Do you think we'll be sold in the January window, or do you think he's going to sign a new contract, or will he go on a free?
There's lots of rumours that it's been agreed that he signed a 5-year contract. Surely that can't be true. But
5 years.
But if Konate is happy to be on the bench and be backup, then maybe the club have thought, actually, that's good. That's good going. We'll, maybe we'll get the best out of him using him sparingly rather than.
This is interesting though, because if he is going to sign a 5-year deal with us, and we're still going in for Gahey, neither of them are going to want to be on the bench. So, are we going to go to a 3-5-2?
Well, maybe, and maybe Gahey is the replacement for Van Dijk rather than Konate, and they think that Konate is a bit more of the future than we're thinking right now. But I hope that's just nonsense. Wow, I don't know. Like Konate, if Konate plays like he did on Tuesday, then we'll all get off his back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And also, the way you say about Van Dijk will be fine with Mark Gahey coming in, I think it's going to be interesting to see if Mark Gahey puts Van Dijk's nose out of joint, a bit like Wirtz has for Mo Salah, for example, if the rumours are true. Because also he's a captain, right? So that means 2 captains side by side. How is that going to play out?
Realistically, how long do we really see Virg being at the club? Because he's in his 30s now, isn't he? Was he 32?
Yeah.
So and I think he's a bit more mature than Salah. Yeah, but are these 2-year contracts? Was it all about trying to get a bit of money out of them when we sell them on? Because that's how I've always seen it with him and Salah. I don't think it was ever about giving them an extra 2 years thinking they will be at the club. I always thought, do you know what? We know we've had 2 world-class players. Let's give them those 2 years in the fact that we can probably get a bit of money selling them on.
Well, but maybe, but if how they communicated it to all of us as fans, like Mo, with the crown, sat on the throne, and the way they communicated was that Mo and Van Dijk are definitely going to be here for 2 years. They are the foundations of this club. The new players that come in, they'll fit around them. Do you know what I mean? Like that is how it was built and promoted and all of PR'd. if that was also how they spoke to Mo and to Van Dijk, then that's going to be hard to take if they really are suddenly having to deal with the future of Liverpool players, but playing right now.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting to see if we have the same problem, but with Van Dijk. But it would play out differently. I don't think Van Dijk would be quite like Mo has been.
No.
Or Van Dijk is feeling like Mo, hence why in the dressing room he was like, just let him go and speak to him, because maybe there are more players feeling like this transition or these new coming in to work with old just does not been handled right.
I've got some questions coming through on
Can I interject?
Yeah, go on.
Can I just interject there to do with sort of transfers and stuff like that? Sparky's just popped in and he's come out with this comment, and I've not heard it. Apparently, the Milan camp have approached and inquired potentially about signing Alisson Becker, as he's in the final year of contract, or will be in his final year of contract, I guess, from next season.
Yes.
Has anybody heard anything of that?
Not heard nothing yet. Where's the source from?
I don't know. He hasn't said the source. He's just said there's been many reports, apparently, and I've not seen any.
So I did find it interesting that, well, maybe it's because he's played there, right? That he was the person in the press conference, because he doesn't do a lot of press conferences. So I did find that interesting. So whether that was part of the club kind of going, oh, here he is.
Maybe.
But by God, I hope
I won't let him go yet.
For another goalkeeper then, because Mamardashvili was good. Don't get me wrong, when he suddenly had to be number one. But
Ron says he's seen a report on this, by the way.
Yeah. So, well, there's lots. I thought there was lots of rumours last year that Alisson wanted to go to America to see out his career, like like Miami, that kind of.
I've got to be honest, I'm surprised Liverpool haven't offered him a new contract.
I'd give him another 2 years at least.
I'll give him 3. Keepers go on forever, don't they?
The only thing is, though, he is picking up more injuries.
That's true.
They might know more about like what his body's been like.
Very true.
And it might be that they're like, well, we do need to offload him. It's just by God. If that is the case, though, and we let Kellner go, and it just but then I guess they didn't expect him to pick up an injury so soon in the season. But by God, well, I hope we've got our defence sorted before Alisson leaves us.
Right, this question. Sorry, go on, Kev.
So I was just going to say to Sparky, I can't see that link, mate. So if you want to inbox me that link, I'll have a look at it. Crack on, mate.
Ron's wanted to know. I've lost the question now. Ron wants to know, where do we think Liverpool can finish this season realistically?
Top
third,
fourth. Top
fourth, third.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Arsenal are gonna fall off a cliff.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Red Lucas said we're still gonna win it.
City are going.
You were here, people. You were here when you heard it. I would be happy with 4th right now. I would take 4th, considering the season we've had.
Yeah.
The only thing that could save us is the fact that, amazingly, apart from Arsenal, but even then, we're not that far away from them. It's still doable.
No.
If
our biggest problem is we got to capitalise when they drop points.
Yeah. And we only did by getting a draw when Villa did us a favour. So that's the only thing that's helping our situation at the moment, that there's still not that many points between us and top 4, even though we've had a very, very poor start to the season. And if that continues, then who knows what might happen if we get our but it's if we get our shit together.
Like Ron just said, we need to go on a good, consistent run of wins, don't we? We've not had that all season, really. Okay, we had 5 in a row to begin with, but since then.
Yeah.
So until we can string a good 3 or 4 together, I won't be getting too excited just yet.
That's why I'm hoping the fact that we've kind of shut up. Well, no, we haven't shut up shop. That's a lie because of the bloody draws. But we've stopped losing. Might mean that we can, because we've got Brighton,
Spurs, Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves. Like, by God, if we don't get a win against Wolves at least.
That would be so embarrassing.
Like my
don't curse that one.
Wolves fan, and he's so depressed. Like you just don't want to speak to him. He's so unhappy all the time at the moment, and I'm not laughing because it's horrible. It's been bad enough being a Liverpool fan, let alone a Wolves fan this season. But I hope also if we get a result against Brighton, that the squad starts to get some confidence because it just, I always look at body language. It fascinates me. Like even with our win, there wasn't kind of the joy and fist pumping and all of that happening. Was there not enough for a win of that magnitude? So Mo probably it was partly to blame for that, with all of that going on as well.
Thanks for the lights, guys.
It was more relief than kind of, come on, we've got this. We can now go on a run. I'm hoping that we start to see that a bit more. Yeah. Go on, sorry.
I was just going to, getting back to the Brighton game. If we can just get the result, great. But if we can go get the result and get 3 goals, say, and a clean sheet, I think that'll speak volumes. And it's also not getting back on the Mo thing, but another result without Mo being in the team. I think it'd be a huge lift.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kingstonian said, "You're mad." Don't know if it's all of us. Me? Maybe. I'll take it. It's just me. With Salah gone and Mark Gay coming in, you'll be absolutely fine. Just calm down.
I'm not worried if Mo goes, because I know our problem isn't going forward. Our problem is at the back. So I think once that gets sorted, I think we'll be a much better team.
And not only that, we've got players that can take his position at the moment anyway. Until maybe a stalwart right winger was there. But we've got Frimpong, so we know he can do a job.
Yeah,
he comes back in.
Yeah, I think that's why they haven't rushed him back, to be honest. Again, it coincides with he's coming back into the team, just as Mo goes off to AFCON. It all has that feel about it. This has been planned.
It's fitted in quite nicely.
Yeah. We'll get Semenyo. I think if Salah goes, I think we'll get him whether he goes or not, Craig. But whether that's in January, I'm not sure. But he has got a buyout clause, so if you activate it, then he will definitely.
But then again, if Salah does go and they get this 125 million, that pays for Gahey and Semenyo.
Yeah. Paul, how do you think we can get Kanate good again? Well, you got to get any player good, you've got to play him, haven't you? And if it's true that he's going to sign a new 5-year deal with us, they're obviously confident his levels will go back up. But yeah, he's just got to prove it. We know he can do it. But up until this season, I've always felt a little bit sorry for Kanate because Virgil always got all the praise, didn't he? Whenever we played well at the back, it was always down to Virgil. Kanate very rarely got praised for doing a good job. So, but he's let himself down this year. But I think up until the point where Real Madrid have said they're not interested in him now, I think he's always had one eye on that, hasn't he? So, we'll see how that unfolds. But if we sell him, let's hope we get a few quid for him.
If you look at Konate's performances this season, that was all in the same period of the unsurety of the contract.
Yeah.
So maybe that had been playing on his mind. And now that Real Madrid have dropped out of potentially looking at getting him in, Maybe he's a little bit more relaxed about things, and maybe I've had a word with the hierarchy and the manager and everything else regarding this last contract that they put on the table, and maybe he's quite happy to sign and gone, do you know what? I'm going to stay, and I'm going to do my utmost to to be sort of number one centre back, maybe. Certainly, obviously, he's younger than Virgil, isn't he? So he potentially would be the future.
Isn't he?
I'm not sure how old he is.
Who's that? Canai?
Yeah.
I'll have a quick look. One sec.
I think he's in late 20s. Sorry, I normally have my iPad set up here, but I'm just
Yeah, no worries. Just excuse the typing. Canai, he is 26.
Oh, it's 26.
Be 20. Be 27 in May.
So you've got at least another 6 or 7 years. Top quality.
Yeah.
To get out of him. And Virgil by then will be gone. So if you're then looking at Canate, Gahey potentially, and who's the one that got injured? I can't think of his name. Leone. There's three. That would be three potentially decent centre backs.
Because interesting that obviously
Thanks,
we've been linked with Bastoni. Is that how you say his name?
Bastoni,
yeah. And he made he did the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite interesting that, if he is linked with us, and can you imagine his teammates after that going, did you do that on purpose? To make sure he's still in the Champions League when he switches
Can he play for
January.
Can you play for another team in the Champions League? I don't think you can.
No.
Can you
No, I
not?
don't think you can. No, I don't think you can.
So it's like being cup tied.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know if anyone can confirm that in the chat.
I think you might be right if it was like a qualifying round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not in the league. Thanks,
Yeah,
Scotty.
So it might be that he can play. I don't know.
Evening, Ruth.
But I just found that very fascinating that it was him that handled Verts.
Yeah, no, he can't play. Cheers, Tyler.
I can't. Okay.
No, 3 cup tied. Oh, no, chat, and you can't come in, mate. Sorry, dude. Daz will be here soon. We're waiting for him to come online.
Changing the team all the time is the problem. Joe should have replaced Canate, Brian has said in my chat. So I think that's interesting that we should talk about Joe Gomez for a bit. Because
yeah, go for it.
Because it's been fascinating that, yes, Canate has been so bad. Why did Slot not feel that Joe Gomez could be, a straight swap?
Yeah.
What is still not right with how Slot thinks about Joe Gomez or how Joe Gomez is?
Potentially fitness, isn't it? I think potentially fitness and his injury proneness, his injury record doesn't help him. And because we know that we can play him at a right back's position, with Bradley out injured himself, and Bradley seems to be a little bit injury prone.
Yeah, he does.
What do you risk him playing in place of Konate and potentially risk him getting injured? Then we've got no right back if Bradley is injured because Frimpong's not there. But then obviously he's been using Jones at the back right back, and he's been using Soboslai at right back, which just doesn't work. So it's a bit of a quandary, really. What do you do with Gomez? I mean, me personally, I'd like to see him at centre back because I think that's his best position. But I don't think he's 100% match fit, and the only way you're going to get 100% match fit is to play matches.
I think at the moment, though, with his fitness levels and Bradley's, I think you'll see them rotated quite regularly to protect the both of them. Max has just put in my chat, by the way, there was a rumour that Alisson and Maka could both go to Galatasaray a few months ago. I can't see Maka going to Galatasaray, mate. I think he will go to Spain. but Alisson possibly.
Can I just jump in there and just say thank you to Ruth, RXMX, who is a friend of ours, who quite kindly sent us a little Christmas gift. And I want to share something with you.
Oh, cool. What's that, a clock? How cool is that?
It's mirrored, but...
Yeah, that's fantastic. We love that.
Ruth,
so nice.
Thank you, my lovely. I will put that up somewhere. We'll find a place for it. It's beautiful. Love it. I've got a Liverpool clock already, but it's not like this one. And I will stick it up somewhere where it's deserved.
What a great gift. Are we doing a competition tonight, Kev?
We are doing a competition tonight.
Right, let's get that.
Do you want to stick it in now?
Yeah, let's do that while we're waiting for Daz. Obviously he's running a bit late because he was hoping to be on for
no worries.
9.
Okay.
Thank you for the heart, me, Ricky.
Okay.
Thank you for all of the likes and the gifts. Thank you so, so much.
I suppose I best show you what the prize is going to be, don't I?
Just quickly as well, thanks guys for all the gifts and likes tonight. We're flying in my channel tonight. Up to 13k on the likes.
So, the prize for
doing a drum roll.
Today's competition. I do also have to say also the fact Ruth has sent me also a Liverpool calendar for next season. I haven't opened it yet, but it's to do with I guess from the wording on the packaging, images of certain plays on the pitch.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So I will have a look at that later.
Oh, I love that.
Right, so the competition prize for tonight is...
Oh, very nice.
Let me take my background off because you won't see it properly.
He's pulled out an absolute cracker tonight.
Candy.
Absolute quality kit. That takes me back to a small boy.
Okay.
That I used to stand on the cot wearing that.
Not just that.
That's a proper jumpers for goalpost moment for me, that is.
Yeah, nice.
Comes with a pair of shorts as well.
Oh, I can't whistle.
You're going to model them for us, Kev?
Hang on a minute.
If we hit 4, if we hit 4 in like 2 weeks.
Let me see if I can get them on. Hell.
While Kev is getting them on, just if anyone's wondering where Daz is, oi oi! I'll shake and Stephen hips.
All right.
Steady.
No, so I've got my trackies on underneath, so don't worry.
Worn and signed by Kev.
Look, my trackies on.
Don't say this guy don't ever come through for you, look. It's competition time.
That is the prize. So it doesn't come with socks, I'm afraid, but it does. Obviously, that is pretty much the whole kit. And I will post that to you as long as you are in the UK. I'm not posting internationally because it comes out of my own pocket. So here is the competition picture. I want to know who this player is. So Sarah,
we will shout them out.
And Paul, as soon as you get a name come up on your screen, can you please shout it out?
Okay, come on.
And if I've got the name on my screen first, I'll just say we have a winner.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. Who is this player?
We can't see his head.
No, that's the whole point. You've got to guess.
I know. He's got a football over his head, so you can see a bit more of him. But it don't matter anyway.
Okay.
Let's get those names going.
Player?
Right, I've got a Whelan.
I've got a Houghton.
I've got a Beardsley.
Dan Mulby.
I've got another Whelan.
Keep going. It's not McMahon.
Come on,
Any other guesses? Come on, who is this player? It is not Mark Wright.
Rosenthal.
It's not Rosenthal.
Staunton.
I've got Rosenthal.
Yeah, Sutton wasn't that thick, was he?
Got a Hanson.
It's not Hanson.
Ray?
No.
Dean Saunders.
No.
No, he wasn't that big.
You shouldn't have been looking.
No, I know. We had to pick something.
No, he was very short, wasn't he, Dean Saunders?
It
John Aldridge.
It's
Ian
not
Rush.
John Barnes. It's not Rush. It's not...
Billy Liddell.
No.
You said Aldridge, didn't you?
Yes, it's not Aldridge.
Yeah,
Aldridge wasn't that. Didn't have
I
that
can't
kind
win
of
this.
size.
There is
Keep
someone
guessing.
It's not Mulby.
Isn't there a certain someone that didn't like to get suspended over Christmas? There's a clue.
It's not
Goal
Howard
wish.
Gale.
But maybe
McMahon.
I've got them.
It's not McMahon.
He liked to
Douglas.
be suspended over Christmas so he could have a Christmas dinner. And
We've got another Beardsley.
Not a Beardsley.
Ruddock.
Not Ruddock.
Oh,
Not in that
that's
kit.
right.
It's not Venison.
Craig Johnson.
No, it's not. No, it's not Craig Johnson. It's not Jan Mulby.
It's not Jan Mulby. I think you guys need to rewind the clock a little bit more. Go a little bit further back. I know who it is, so I can't.
Who was that broad? I really thought it was...
He knows who it is because he sent me the pictures.
I thought it was Ruddock.
We have
No,
a winner.
that's-
We have
Hey, we've got a winner.
We
Who's the
have
winner?
a winner. Nelson. 1 4
Congratulations,
5
Nelson.
7. Well done, mate. It is. Da, da, da.
It's got to be the same picture. It won't show his head on our screen.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
cut off his head.
Hang on. It is. It's cut off his head. It's on mine. It is Graham
Yeah.
It's cut off his
Souness.
head.
It was Big Sue.
It is Graham Souness.
God, I didn't realise he was that big. And I'm not meaning the package before
Yeah.
before anyone says.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
So,
Nelson.
Nelson, well done, my friend. I will wing this to you. Okay, I will wing this kit to you. ASAP. All right, the size of the kit is an XL. Okay, it's an XL. So if it fits
You'll grow
you,
into it.
fantastic. If it doesn't, you'll either grow into it or you can give it to somebody as a nice Christmas present. All right, so all I need you to do is inbox me your name, your address, and your email address, please, if you would.
Put it in the tumble dryer.
Oh, I love
They
a
don't
good
shrink.
competition.
They don't shrink.
No, I know.
So there you go. That's the competition for this week.
Well done, Kev.
Right, my live. You better win the next one. We cannot lose in this group. All right. Couldn't stand that shirt, Mike.
Evening, Paul. We're all good, thank you.
I
It
know.
was way too slim to be Jan Mulby. What was I thinking?
Thank you, Nelson.
Mikey, to be fair, back in the day, I didn't like it either. But it's got some, like, I don't
Oh, that
know,
kit?
It's got like a,
I love that kit.
it's now vintage.
Well, the candy kit.
Yeah. That
You
one
like
you
it?
No, I love it.
No,
Oh, I thought Sarah said she didn't like it.
no, I didn't. Back in the day, I didn't like it. Now it's got like
right.
a little bit of vintage charm to it.
I had that kit as a kid.
Have you still got it?
No,
Have
I've
you
never
got a
fit into
retro
it
one
now.
of it? No, I don't mean that one. Have you got a replica of it?
No. But I know a nice bloke who could probably sort me out one.
I'll sort you out one, don't worry.
No.
Cheers, Kev. Legend.
My favourite, and I need to get it again because I did have it, is
Yeah.
the Carlsberg stripe one.
What, the big three on the shoulder? The big three stripes on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
remember-
my favourite all time.
I remember Dean Saunders playing in that kit. So that must be late 80s, early 90s.
If you can, Sarah,
Early
if you can find me a picture of it, because I can't picture it in my head. If you can send me the picture of it, I'll see if I can source one for you.
Oh, bless you. I will do. I was in the Liverpool shop in Dubai, and I've videoed it actually. I'm going to put it on my content now. They were so lovely. They were like, "Oh, we'll follow you."
Oh, that's good.
And do you know what was really funny? They went, "Oh, who's this?" And I went, "Oh, what, Klopp was here? And then I went, hang on, that's not Klopp. And they went, yeah, we know. So basically, a guy came in all dressed in what Klopp would wear, as in on the side of the pitch. And people were having photos with him. He was signing stuff.
Well, like a lookalike.
And they put it on their socials and put it out. And people were like, that's not Klopp. And these women that worked there didn't know.
Oh, my days.
And he didn't even tell them. It was so funny. I was like, was he a looky-likey? They're like, we don't know, because he just pretended like he was Klopp and posted photos of everyone.
Brilliant. Still no sign of Daz. He must be running late, bless him. Although we did say don't rush.
Yeah.
We didn't want him getting a thing. And also he might have wanted to eat before he gets online as well.
So Mikey has said we've done nothing from the right. Not to just talk about Mo Salah, but I know we've said we can't drop Konate and Van Dijk right at the moment, but we've been able to drop Mo. But it has been like a makeshift, like a sticky plaster on the problem on the right.
Without a doubt.
How do we think that should be rectified if it really is that Mo's not going to come back?
I think it rectifies itself in a lot of ways, because Frimpong's likely to go play where Mo would play. Or if we get Semenyo through the door, maybe he will. And then Frimpong might play in the middle three, because he's probably more of a winger than he is a right back. I can't see it happening in January, but I think in the summer, I think we've got to go and find a right back who stays fit, because we need consistency, don't we? And it would probably mean Gomez would then get sold.
Or it's a change in formation, and we do go for two up top, and we go three at the back, and then we have the Kirkes and the Frimpongs overlapping.
I like the idea of that. I really like the idea of 3-5-2, because I think we'd see I think that would enable Kirkes and Frimpong to get the best out of them. And then we've got Ekitike and Isak up front together. The hard thing is, who do you put in that three in the middle? And then does that mean you're still playing a number 6 who plays deep in the middle?
Like a diamond, yeah.
I
like that he's playing with that at the moment. Because I do think that'd be quite exciting to have Kirkes and Frimpong, because the moments that we've seen of them where they are bombing it down and whacking the ball in, and they will whack it in, right? They're not the kind of players like Gakpo and Mo to try and keep hold of it and score themselves. That's what Ekitike and Isak need, right? They can't just create all of their goals themselves. They're not those type of players, right? There will be moments when they will, and they're once they're on it, and once Isak's on it, he will just be able to score a goal from nothing. But they do need to be fed, and at the moment, no one's feeding them. And if you have Wirtz just behind them, another selfish player who can put the right balls into the right places,
fluff on me.
That could be quite exciting. But it does make for a real headache on it. Who else you have in the middle then? So it's Kobasai and a defensive midfielder, but we don't have that defensive midfielder right now.
I still think in Slot's mind he wants to do the 4-2-3-1 system, so I think he's going to be trying to find those players that will make that system work. And maybe maybe Salah being in that system as what's hampered it from working as well. Maybe we have got some of the correct players in there, but it's not been working while Salah's been in the team. Who knows? Only time's going to tell, innit? The more he keeps sticking with it. But at the moment, it's certainly not worked. Has anyone got any questions for us, guys?
Mikey thinks Wirtz dived. I don't think that was the case. There was definitely a big old handful of shirt.
He went down. He went down easy, but like you said, if he hadn't have gone down, chances are it probably wouldn't even been looked at.
Yeah. George, we're really missing Diaz for the press.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Craig wants to know: do we think City can go on to win the league? I can't see why
Absolutely,
not.
of course they can.
They're certainly getting into a good vein of form. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look at it. They beat Real Madrid last night, and that's no mean feat away at their ground.
And to come from behind as well.
Now, Chelsea, I've got Lennox here saying, what about Chelsea?
Yeah.
Chelsea are blowing hot
Too hot and cold.
1 minute you'll get a good game out of them, and they'll be phenomenal. And the next game, they're awful. So
they're only mildly better than us if you look at the table.
Yeah. And we've had a really poor season.
If they can get consistency, or when they will get consistency, they definitely are league winners in my eyes.
Yeah,
and I think they'll be there or thereabouts in the top four by the end of the season.
You think their manager's good enough?
I like him. I like how excited he is on the touchline, and how he is running the length of the pitch to celebrate. I feel like he's creating something quite special there. They feel like a real unit, and I think it's just lack of maturity in the team. That's
they are quite a young team, aren't they?
Yeah. Meaning they kind of have these amazing results, and then the next one doesn't.
You'll probably find there's a 5-6 year period when it all comes really good.
Yeah.
I've got a question. If Alonso gets sacked, do we go for him? And would he be happy as a coach rather than a manager? I guess that's what you mean, Ed.
I don't think we would go for him straight away.
At the time. I'm kidding.
I think we're more likely to, if he gets sacked, to sound him out and say, look, would you be interested to come to us? And if so, there could be a possibility in the future. Do you want to go on gardening leave for a bit? But I don't think we'd see a knee-jerk reaction to go and sack Slot for him.
Yeah, my jokey answer is, well, at least he'd get the best out of Ertz.
That's true.
But I really hope that this perseverance with Slot actually means they'll be good at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we've persevered this far, I'd hate to see him suddenly go. Unless obviously we suddenly go off a cliff again, then absolutely the club are going to have to do something. But
I think people also need to remember, look, when I know we're going back a long time, but look when Fergie first got to United and they were going to sack him. And they stuck with him, and look what he's done for the next 25 years. Yeah. So be careful what you wish for, because Slot could be... He's still a young manager. Yeah. We was talking about this morning, weren't we?
Like, people don't understand. He's barely done anything in his coaching career, and I think there's something special there with him. I really do.
He's tactically very aware of what he wants.
Yeah.
I just think sometimes his decision making and his stubbornness of sticking with this 4-2-3-1 is probably hampering him at the moment. Some of his substitutions are a bit questionable, but he got them spot on against Inter Milan.
Yep.
So maybe he's learning, because obviously this whole thing is, you got to remember he's coming from a decent Dutch side, who I think they won the league, didn't they, previous season?
Yeah.
But it's not the hardest league in the world to win, to one of the biggest clubs in the world. So it's a culture shock for a start. And then there's a bigger expectation for a Liverpool team or the club to win things. Now, obviously, he did it well by tweaking a few things with the Klopp team he had and inherited. And now all of a sudden we've had all this influx of new players and all this outgoings of other players that he's had to sort of rebuild half the team effectively. And then also then trying to implement a new system. It will take time. Yes, I get angry and frustrated at some of his substitutions and his decision making. But at the end of the day, obviously he's got this focus of what he wants to do and what he wants the team to achieve and play like. And I think time will tell.
If all the pieces of the puzzle come together with the players we've got and the quality and what we're going to bring in, we're going to be frightening. We'll be one of the best teams again in the Premier League. But that won't happen overnight. And I think people just need to accept it. We're rebuilding now. And we need at least probably 2, if not 3 more transfer windows to get the correct players in for the next 6 to 8 years, I'd say. We go on another good run, hopefully. But it doesn't happen overnight, does
it? Here's another question for you. Do we recall Elliott back from Villa?
Oh,
I get that a lot. I'd quite happily take him back, but it doesn't really change our fortunes in any way, does it? I mean, it's nice to have another set of legs who could do a job, but it's not like you bring back Elliott and all our problems go away, is it?
No, it won't. I don't think it will change and solve our problems, but it does give us another left-footed player on that right-hand side that we know can do a job. Okay, he's not going to get the game time, but he's going to get a bit more game time than he's getting at Villa at the moment.
Yeah.
He does have that passion and that desire to succeed. You can see that in abundance with him. He loves the club. And like I say, he's still young.
Yeah.
So, he could fit in, I think. So I'd get him back. And he's not a high-wage player anyway either.
No, that's true.
Just gives you more strength and depth.
Malby on mine says not for me. I think it's fascinating that he hasn't got into the Villa side. So what has or has not been happening, like on the training ground, talks with Emery, like because you would imagine a player that had so much playing time with us, maybe, well, obviously not as much as he would have wanted, but in a championship winning side, to then go to Villa, you would think he would be kind of a shoe-in, right? Or at least close to it.
He's not the biggest guy in the world, though, is he?
No.
Not physically. He doesn't have much of a presence, and not that I watch a lot of Villa, but isn't their team quite athletic and built and big guy? And maybe he just doesn't.
I'm watching them at the moment.
Yeah, do you know? And maybe he just doesn't fit into that system. Take care, Max. Thanks for listening in today, fella. All the best. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't suit their type of player, not necessarily their system, but because I think that's sometimes why he always struggled with us as well. I mean, before his leg break, he was a very fast player, and I think that used to give us an extra something. But since that injury, he's never quite been the same player. So I do wonder if that's why we were willing to let him go as well. But I'm surprised he didn't go back to Fulham, where we got him from. I think he would have been much suited there.
Yeah, and also it's very interesting that for England and under 21s, he still absolutely thrives in that environment. But again, like you say, that physicality might not be needed so much there. And probably because of the players he's around, he probably is one of the standouts at that age group, from an England point of view anyway. It will be a shame for him because I think he does give his heart and soul, which is also something that whatever's happened there.
I agree, Craig.
He would have got minutes because he just gives his all. As in, like, things would have happened in that way. But yeah, it will be interesting though, because obviously we'd take him back, but I doubt we'd want to. Well, depending on how much we spend in January, I don't know how much we would maybe want that wage bill still. So whether he'll get passed on somewhere else, and end up at Fulham. I don't know whether we would just take him back. I don't know.
Haven't they got a right to buy as well on his at the end of the season? So
what, Villa?
Yeah.
But only if he plays 10.
Oh, okay.
He's got
I
to
think
play
he's
10
played
games.
1 or 2. He hasn't played many.
No.
Well, I think he's done 6 or something.
Does it?
Yeah. So it's getting quite close to it. Was it
Maybe that's the reason why they've stopped playing him, because they don't want to buy him.
Exactly.
But if that's the case, if you don't want to buy him and you're not going to play him, send him back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at least,
definitely.
at least at the end of the day, if they send him back, we could use him in the FA Cup.
Yeah, you don't want him coming back injured, do you? So take him back while he's fit. So yeah, interesting one that. Just quickly, I've just had a thought of a good question to throw at you guys, because of like the likes of Elliott and Kwanzaa and those English homegrown players we let go. We need to start restocking homegrown players. Now, obviously, Gahey fits that bill, and Adam Wharton would. But who else do you think out there the club would try and bring in? Because we are very light on homegrown. I think we barely meet the quota.
It's a very good question.
You know, and if someone like Robertson was to go in the summer, that's another one we would lose. Craig says Elliot Anderson.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah, he's a decent player.
Might be looking at like Morgan Rogers.
We were at some point, yes. But again, that's another midfielder, attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I think we're enough of them, isn't we?
That's the problem. How many attacking midfielders do you want or need?
But Wharton and Gahey would certainly sort out most of those problems, wouldn't they?
And then potentially, if we get rid of Gomez, that's another one gone.
Yeah. So you might be getting rid of 2, yet you can bring in 2, but you're still light then, aren't you? So
you're still just on that cusp where we're okay, but we need maybe 1 or 2 more.
I think you have to have a minimum of 8, Craig. And most of ours are in the not in the starting team, are they? The youngsters that make up most of the quota. Ramsey.
Yeah, we've got Jones.
What's his name? Ione or whatever it is. Nione,
Trainione,
yeah.
It'd be very interesting to see, because obviously we won't change our stance on kind of age. So if we were going to look at it, it'd have to be young players, especially quite young. I would imagine they'd be looking at. So Go for it.
I was just going to say, don't forget we've got Frimpong.
Yeah.
Nelson's just reminded me he counts as a homegrown player because he was at the academy at City. So that will count.
He does.
So that's another one. Ngamoa is another one.
Oh yeah, Rio, yeah. So it all depends whether Gomez and Robbo go, doesn't it?
Yeah, who's out there, as Sarah said, age-wise, that's homegrown, that potentially we could go for. That's decent.
That's what I mean. It's Gahey and Wharton, isn't it? That come to mind without going through. If you think about it, Liverpool actually haven't got a player in the England team at the moment, have we?
No.
No, that's me, that ain't right. Yeah, I was going to say.
What about Rico Lewis? Would he do the switch?
I can't see him coming to us. He's doing well at the moment.
And
where's he at?
At City.
City.
I'll see.
He had a great game last night.
Yeah.
They wouldn't sell to us anyway, would they?
No, but with
I think so
with
too,
all
Craig.
the change that will be happening there, I don't know.
Well, will there be any change happening there?
Guys, what do you think of Robertson? Do you think this is his last season?
Wow, if he keeps playing as little as he is, I can't imagine him wanting to do another season like that.
Yeah,
I think he'd love to end his career at Liverpool.
Oh, for sure. I mean, to be fair to the bloke, he's going to have one big eye on the World Cup, isn't he? Because, it's been a long time since Scotland got to the World Cup.
And you know what? Maybe that's part of the reason why
It might be. Yeah.
he's not being played as much,
Thank you for
because
the
he may have had a word with Slot and said, look,
Yeah.
because of my age, as you know, Scotland's reached the World Cup. This is probably my last chance at playing in the World Cup. I don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
So, what's the chances of you using me sparingly, but keeping me fit?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Because I feel like I always felt that this might be his last season, and then he goes on to the coaching staff.
Yeah.
I really
I'd
feel
love
like
that.
that's his route. And it might be that he is doing more behind the scenes from a leadership point of view than we're seeing. Maybe it would be even worse if it wasn't for Andy keeping spirits alive in some of the young talent that's come through. Maybe that's his route.
Craig says, I don't think Slot would care about helping Scotland out, to be fair. No, but he probably doesn't worry too much about, because it's not his problem, is it? His problem's Liverpool. But I think we see Kirkes and Robbo rotate quite often, don't we? So there could be a little bit of truth to it.
Yeah, we've spoken about that, Michael. But thanks for the comment, mate.
Yeah, any more questions?
I had a comment from Ed a little while ago, so I've sort of put it on the back burner until we had a bit of a lull.
Go for it.
In the modern game, as we are at the moment, what is the obsession with having a left footer on the right wing and I guess a right footer on the left wing? Because all they ever do is cut in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good shout.
The problem that you've got there is if you've got a one-footed player, whether it be a left footer on the left wing and a right footer on the right wing, all they're ever going to do is go down the line and cross it. Ideally, what you need is a two-footed player who can cut in on their strong foot, but cross it with their weak foot, and vice versa. Unfortunately, we don't have that. And what's the chances of a cross leading to a goal compared to the chances of somebody cutting in and having a shot?
Does anyone know if Semenyo is two-footed?
Don't know, mate.
Anyone in the chats know? Because if he comes in, imagine Ekitike on the left, him on the right, Isak in the middle.
Two explosive players, those two.
Yeah. What you'll get there is the pace. That's the big thing that I've seen happen with wingers, is that they used to be the paciest people on the pitch. But actually, now Mo is a bit less pacey. Gakpo hasn't got pace.
Sandra says he is two-footed.
We've had two people on the wings this season that haven't had the acceleration to actually get past players anyway.
And both players are on the opposite wings to their strongest foot. So they both are cutting in. So we've not got anybody going down crossing it for the likes of Ekitike or Isak to get their head on it.
I think there'll be a cracking 4-3-3. Them three up front.
Oh, yeah, Christ.
And that's where you might see Slot does change his formation. I think he's probably sticking to it at the moment, frustratingly, because of the players he's got at his disposal. Because I feel like of all the managers, actually, he's got the most fluid formation. He likes a fluid formation. He likes to keep people guessing. So I feel like if we can get some new players in, it might suddenly click.
Evening, Josh.
Yeah.
I think the January. Sorry, Kev, go on.
Vortex has just come in and confirmed Semenyo is two-footed.
Yeah, so Sandra just put in the chat as well. Yeah, so I think that could work really well. I'm not too sure about the 4-2-3-1 though, because then you would have maybe Isak up front, Ekitike on the left, Semenyo on the right, Wirtz in the middle. But then that only leaves two positions for Szoboszlai, Maka, Gravenberch, Jones, and the list would go on.
Them. You just rotate them.
Yeah, but in 2 positions for 5 players, 4 or 5 players, that's really difficult, isn't it? But as a 4-3-3, that would work really well. I really want to see that now. It's going to be playing on my mind all night. I wouldn't be laying in bed thinking, "Oh, what a setup that would be."
Do you know what you want to do? You want to make up one of your little graphics where you've got that 4-3-3 with those players in, and let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for next Thursday. Actually,
no, Lennox. I can't see Salah becoming a manager. No,
I think he'll go into politics when his career's done back in Egypt. He is absolutely adored out there.
Yeah. Probably end up becoming Prime Minister of Egypt.
Did anyone watch Jordi Cruyff on the Overlap today? No, I haven't seen that episode yet. I like the Overlap. I think it's a great watch.
Yeah, me too.
Where, I don't know. It's not looking like Daz is going to get it, does it? Unless he's coming on for 10 o'clock.
No.
I did say if he makes it, I'd stay on a little bit longer for him. So, it was good to hear about Johan Cruyff. It was brilliant. I will give that a watch, Craig. I like the Overlap. I usually chill out of an afternoon and watch it on YouTube on the telly with a dog.
What did he say? What was
he got offered some work. Oh, Daz or Jordi Cruyff, he hasn't put. Oh my.
Yeah, what did he say on the Overlap? Yeah, not Daz. Sorry, I know Daz had to take a job.
He hasn't put. Craig, what was so brilliant about it, mate?
Thanks for likes, Lennox.
By the way, guys, if you're not following Red Luca and Kev in my channel, please hop over and give them a follow.
Same.
Yeah, and same. Anybody that's in my live is following me anyway. So if you're following me but you're not following Anfield 90 or Red Luca, please go ahead over to their channel and give them a follow. And then if you want to stay there or pop back, crack on.
Yeah.
Thanks
I don't buy.
Josh.
I can't speak for Sarah, but I don't buy. It was just how his dad was about football and how he saw the game and stuff. Oh, okay.
That guy was something.
Yeah, I should definitely give. Yeah, his dad was amazing, wasn't
he? Yeah, fantastic player.
You're paying $5,000? No, you're not. You're getting kicked. That's what you're getting. These people who come in advertising in their channels.
Just out of curiosity, do you use the TikTok Studio?
That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah, because I have a Mac and they didn't have it for Mac until like last week, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, it's come out now, is it?
I can't wait to play with it. I hope it's as good as I hope in my head, because I only do my mobile and it's so annoying.
Yeah, see, I've never gone live on my mobile ever. I've always used this.
I've never gone live on my PC.
So
yeah, well, I'll definitely do it on my Mac going forward, because then you've got a lot more flexibility when you have a question come in. You've got to look up a fact, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I'll do it on both. So I'm really looking forward to that. And also seeing whether there's more we can do interactive wise. Because I do feel like there's got to be a way where all these comments come into one place, because then it makes it a lot easier for us to...
Yeah, unfortunately, that hasn't been implemented yet.
Okay. So I hope...
It would be good if they did.
On the list. Yeah.
Yeah. The good thing is you can bring pictures onto the screen instead of, like Kev does it behind him. Like you can overlay it over the top of you and bits and bobs. And you can actually do a video feed over the top of it as well, and bits and that. So
I got a question for you.
Oh, go on, Kev. Yeah.
How would you feel, or could you see Alisson Becker staying at Liverpool and becoming a goalkeeping coach?
That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't see him ending his...
Whether he goes and comes back, whether he sort of ends his career, goes off, let us say, to America for a few years and then comes back as a goalkeeping coach, because I think what that guy could teach other goalkeepers at Liverpool would
Yeah,
be
phenomenal.
better, far better than the
Mm.
majority of people that are already goalkeeping coaches.
I would
The
certainly
guy's
like
phenomenal.
to think it could happen, and if he wants to, he certainly likes the club, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But you never know with players once their careers end, innit? Some want to go into punditry. Some, I mean, he might just want to go back to Brazil, put his feet up. You just don't know, do you? But it would certainly benefit us if he would be up for that.
Thing is, these players nowadays, with obviously the contract money, the bonuses, the wages, they can quite easily retire and never do another stitch of work ever again, and just live obviously what money they've earned in their careers. It wasn't like that back in the day, because other players had other things going on in the background. They were into businesses, and they had pubs, and they had hotels, and they had this, that, and the other that they could fall back on. And they know that once their career was over, they had a sort of a job or an income coming in. Whereas these players these days don't need to worry about that.
Yeah. Football's changed so much over the years, isn't it? But football's given them all platforms now to go onto different things, whether it's through the media or whatever, which is nice, because a lot of footballers, after their career was over, would kind of end up broke, wouldn't they? You would hear a lot of them have gone bankrupt and that, and invested poorly, or took a bad path in life after football. That seems to, thank God, be a thing of the past in general.
Because this is where, we were talking about agents earlier. The good agents build a real ecosystem around players now, where they have business managers and all kinds of things so that they can invest their money properly. Because like Gary Neville has talked really openly about this and how bad it is, actually. Like back in the day, when you got contracts, you didn't even know if they were good or not. You signed them because you loved the club, and and in the end, you were just like, he was on really bad money, wasn't he? Gary Neville, right up to the end of his career. And look how much he won at Man United. So I do feel like these players do need the right people around them. With Allison, I feel like he'll go somewhere that's warm.
Craig he thinks he might come a pastor because he's very religious.
Yeah, he's very religious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be great if he would come back, even if it was just for a few years. But who knows what these guys have planned. But good question. Love that one.
Villa has just beaten Basel 2-1.
Oh, well done, Villa.
Good result for them.
Puts them third in the league, joint top. There's three teams on 15 points.
Is this the Europa League, is it?
Yeah.
They are in a lovely little purple patch. I'm loving it for them. I really am. Good on them.
Can they challenge in the league, do you think?
3-0.
Definitely up around the Champions League spots. If as long as they can keep the players they've got, don't lose any in January or injuries.
Have they got any going to the AFCON?
Not many. I don't think.
Don't know. Cheers, Josh. All the best, mate.
Because if they've got a couple of stalwart first teamers who are some of their better players, and they're going to AFCON, that could cause them issues.
Yeah.
Just looking at.
I think somebody was saying the other day Sunderland have got 7 or 8 going, haven't they? Which could really hamper their progress.
Gessan, is that
Evening, Robbie.
Yeah, so Arsenal no, Aston Villa 1, which is Gessan, Chelsea no, Leeds no, Newcastle, Visa, Sunderland, Nina Newcastle. Is that how you say his name? And I think Gray. I can't believe I'm making myself say these names. Wolves only 1, which thankful for them. Sunderland, I thought there was a load more than that.
Yeah, I think there's about 7. Somebody said.
Yeah, because they're actually leaving on a jet plane straight after the game of Newcastle, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
They're keeping them for the Newcastle.
All right, Sandra,
derby,
calm down.
Off they go.
We had this thing while you was away. It was it this week or last week? Because Sandra laughed at the way I pronounced Chiesa. Because Kev says Chiesa, don't you?
Chiesa.
And I go Chiesa.
Chiesa.
Yeah, and I say and I say Chiesa. And everyone in the channel was coming up with football players that I couldn't pronounce. A lot of them were Greek and Polish ones and that. And yeah, we was having a right old chuckle. Some of them I just sounded like I was having a coughing fit. We won't go down that path again tonight, though.
Mel has said 7. I think it is. It's 7.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
So,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that could really hamper their progress because they've done well, haven't they, so far this season?
Done so well. So it'd be really, really tough. Paul Edgar, I'm guessing, is an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, Paul.
Champions League table. Yes, we know, Paul.
But look what that done for us last season.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah, it shot us in the foot, didn't it?
Yeah. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
and we were the best team in Europe up to that point.
I know. And then it all
went tits up.
In like a 2-week period, it was like, what?
Yes, Nelson. He's had an operation on his head for the skin cancer, so hopefully everything's all right with Robbie.
Who's that?
Robbie
Fowler. Yes. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And
so we wish him well.
Yeah, we certainly do. Speedy recovery.
He's done a lot to say, check those moles.
Most definitely. Speaking of which, when I was having a shave earlier, I've got a mole here, which is fine. But I've had this, can you see that circular bit there?
Yeah.
Yeah, just that, and it's like a ringlet, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, you know what that's for? That's where the bolt goes into your neck, mate.
Yeah, I just noticed it when I was having a shave earlier. No. But it's good to check things, isn't it? Still no sign of Daz, by the way, and it is 10 o'clock.
I'm glad you got rid of the scar around here, mate.
The scar? Oh dear.
So
they even shaved my head for a come on. Go on, sorry.
What do we think the score is going to be on Saturday then?
Good question. Come on, guys, put your score predictions in the comments.
Yeah, get the score predictions going. I'll read them out. What are you going for, Kev?
I'm going 3-1.
Sarah? I've got 2-1 from Lexus.
Yeah, I reckon it might be a 2-1.
2-1, Craig. I'm going 3-1 as well. I've had 4-0 from P5AM.
2-1 from Vortex.
2-1 from Mel. 2-1 from George.
Lennox is going to draw.
Paul Edgar has done 2-1 to Brighton.
Yeah, of course. He's always going to say that.
Who's Arsenal got this weekend?
I love
sure,
it, Paul. Keep it coming.
I've got a 2-2 from Robbie. Brighton do turn up at Anfield and usually give us a very good game. Craig's worried.
Do you think Verts
Arsenal got Wolves?
Finally?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'd love to see Verts get a goal.
Oh,
who do we want to see score more? Verts or Gomez?
Verts.
Verts. If Gomez ever gets a goal, the crowd's got to go mental.
Yeah.
Paul's put, I love winding up the other two.
Evening, Jude.
I love it.
I haven't got my Anfield 90 mug at hand.
I'm not as nervous as as I was for Tuesday's game against Brighton.
Does that mean we're not on TV?
No, it's 3:00 kickoff.
Oh. Blah,
blah, blah. Hopefully my stream will work. Hopefully.
Yeah, I will definitely be watching it. But yes.
Daz has just...
you'll definitely be watching it, will you?
Yeah.
No, you can't join Isak, sorry.
Wink.
Yeah, Paul, you can't put those things in the chat. TikTok's actually grayed it out. What he's
Mr.
put,
Edgar, behave yourself.
how we can watch it basically. Oh god.
So here's the question
Arsenal
then, right?
have got Wolves.
Wolves,
So
right?
we're
Okay, that's
all
an easy win.
Wolves fans. No,
So-
we're all Wolves fans at 8 o'clock, okay? On Saturday.
Nelson, I will do, mate, when I come off the live. So here's a question, right, relating to the 3 p.m. blackout. Right, do you think it's time that they lifted this?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Of course.
Because
It's almost as stupid as the TV license.
well, yeah, exactly. But there was somebody in one of my lives who was commenting that I think it was I can't remember when it was. Might have been the last game that I watched on Premier League game that I did a stream for with you, Paul. That they were in Hong Kong and they could watch it in Hong Kong.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can watch it all over the world. Just can't watch it in the UK. I think you can even get it in Ireland, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why are we all constantly getting ripped off
I know. Yeah, well,
with things like that.
the thing is, we're not even getting ripped off as well. Because if they put these... So, if they did like an Amazon Prime type thing, you know, when they do some is in your package and some you have to do the subscription and you can choose the match, like, we'd all be lapping that up. They could actually make more money out of fans. So there was this whole, like... the reason they left it on was because the Premier League were going to do their own streaming service, weren't they? And go against Sky. Well, that seems to have not happened. I don't know whether Sky has been able to stop that. But like Sky could make a killing if you got your normal Sky Sports package and then the Liverpool Plus one or whatever.
Or even
So
just
you've
have a
got all
Sky
Liverpool's
Premier
games.
League subscription.
Yeah. So you've got all of your own team's games, but you had to add on a $5 a month or whatever. We'd all do that so that we could watch every game.
I mean, in the old days, it was meant to stop people from going to the games, wasn't it? They wanted people to go to the games, and they were worried if it was a thing. But it costs so much to watch football on TV now. You might as well, if you can afford it, get the ticket and go anyway. So it's kind of evened itself out, isn't it?
And also, you can't go to the games, can you? Like,
no.
I've been ripped off this season, and I've spent a fortune to see like 2 games, basically, when I would buy a season ticket like this, and I just can't. So, this is the only way I can make sure I'm always supporting and always watching.
Daz is on the way, by the way, guys. Sorry, Sarah.
Okay, fab. And I also work on the Finalysis app, right? If you don't know about it, go and check it out. I'm in the Liverpool First 11 for Finalysis, so I've got to do player ratings and match reports. And we're having a bit of a back and two with Finalysis, because if you can't see the match, how can we do the player ratings?
Yeah.
So
is that what gets you onto Sky Sports News? Is it doing that?
Yeah. And Finalysis are trying to build relationships with the club so that we can get access. Only one proper Scouser here, lol, but originally Southampton. What? And wow, I have a Scouser blood, thank you. My nan is a Scouse.
Can you read that out again? Because did you say only one true Scouser here, but originally from Southampton? How does that work?
I don't know. Paul, are you on the old Thursday night drink? So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now.
Did you see Red Luca on Monday?
Oh, Kev lives in Liverpool. Yeah.
Only from Sarah's video she put up. I will catch you on there one day, because I do watch a lot of Sky Sports News. So one day I'll be watching, and then you're just going to pop up, isn't you? And I'll go, oh, no, what?
So Finalysis is in partnership with Sky Sports, and Gary Neville is an investor as well. And the idea is that because they already do use Finalysis stats on things like Monday Night Football. They're going to start putting fan data into Sky Sports coverage and how they assess the game. So they'll go kind of, this is what the fans think. So it's really about putting a mic in the fans' hands, and it's
a great idea.
Yeah,
I think it's about time they did.
Yeah, they did like a UK trawl of fans and got us to do pieces to camera, interviews, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm amazed I got in. I can't believe it. It's been amazing.
That's really good.
We don't get paid.
Do they let you promote your social medias?
So not in the app, no. But
when you're on screen.
Well, no, not on Sky either.
No.
It's just our names that come up.
So you couldn't have like the boot room in the background or anything.
No, and interestingly, on my setup, I've got red Luca on the back of a Liverpool shirt, and they cut in really tight when that's on. And I'm like, it's been on a couple of times, but yeah. So yeah, it's a really hey, here he is. It's a really interesting app. So I implored you to go and have a look at it, because it's really, you get to chat with some really great fans that are very knowledgeable about their teams, and there's some really great Liverpool content creators in the Liverpool First 11 that are on Red Ben TV. The guy that started the Anfield rap, for example, he's on there. There's loads of them. They're really very good.
Cool.
Hello.
How are you, young man?
Welcome in, mate.
I'm good. Sorry, guys. I'm literally just running the house. I've literally just come back. Look, my lights ain't even on properly and everything. I'm just trying to sort it all out.
High five the wife, straight upstairs. Computer on.
I'll go live for half an hour. I'll speak in a bit.
Well, thank her for us. We do appreciate her giving up her man for half hour.
How are you, Sarah? I haven't seen you in ages.
I tell you what, I'm using this as a way to stay awake, so that I try and get back onto UK time.
Yeah, good. I don't blame you.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Tired but good.
Good.
Yeah, got a nice tan, so you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're looking nice and brown.
Yeah, I've got Vintelago, so you can see how white I was before,
yeah.
and now brown. But yeah, no, really lovely break. Thank you. It's good to be back, though.
Yeah. Do we think Portugal will win the World Cup? No, not Portugal. No. I don't think so. So what have we been discussing then, guys? What have I missed?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Have a guess. Guess what was the number one topic, Daz?
Oh, really? Salah?
Yeah. Don't worry, I've already booked his Uber.
Mate, I am so sick of talking about Mohamed Salah right now and slot out and everything. I'm like, right.
I was ribbing him the other night on his live so bad.
Yeah, like, can we not just celebrate that Liverpool, actually played quite decent against Inter and we got a good result? Like, that's the main thing at the moment. Like, can we build from that, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, let's have your thoughts on that, because we've already given our thoughts on the Inter game. So let's have your thoughts.
What, on the Inter game? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I said it the other day. I think defensively we looked a lot better. I like it. I actually feel like we're sacrificing a bit of the attack at the moment to be a bit stronger defensively. That's the way I see it. Like, I don't feel like we're overcommitting loads of players forwards in certain moments. Like, do you remember we kept saying when we were leaking loads of goals, why is he just throwing the kitchen sink at teams? Like, all of a sudden, it's like he's learning a bit from that. Like, he's not really trying to overcommit like the whole team forwards. Like, he's like, we need to keep a bit of shape defensively. And I think, Inter are a very good team defensively. Like, people saying we wasn't great at attacking. I think Inter are just good at defending as well. Like, but overall, I was very happy with the performance. Like, it's nowhere near the best performance that we will see from Liverpool, but we needed that win and we need to go again against Brighton. We need to get another 3 points in the Premier League. And just keep building on it. Like, every win that we get at the moment is confidence and a clean sheet as well, by the way. That's massive.
Yeah, definitely.
That's huge. And
Actually, sounds like you were listening into our chat.
Yeah, I genuinely I couldn't. I tried, but where I live, I couldn't get any signal when I was driving. I wanted you in the background. I was like,
I must admit, Cornwall doesn't have the best mobile phone service, does it? Whenever I've been on holiday down there, you fight for a signal.
There's no service, mate. Like no service whatsoever. It was a bit of a culture shock moving here. Like, so I was like, what? I was like, you can't just make a phone call wherever you're standing. And also, it was like, you can't order food wherever you are.
Oh.
Right?
Seriously, I had that when I moved to Hampshire. It's got better, thankfully. I've been here 2 years now. But yeah, when you go from London to anywhere else, you're like, what? The shops are shut. Like,
So, not to open up a can of worms, Daz. So keep your answer really quick. Does Salah stay or go?
I think he goes.
Yeah, I think.
Do you hope or you think?
No, it's not hope at all, because in general, regardless of what Salah did, I think everybody's human and everyone can make mistakes. And I think it was a mistake coming forward the way he did and saying things like publicly. I think at the moment he's upset because of the current situation, not just because he's not playing, but because Liverpool aren't doing well. Salah's not doing well on a personal level, like not banging loads of goals and stuff, which will affect any decent player. But I think, for me, I don't see him repairing that relationship between him and Slot. Like, I can't see Salah apologising for having his say. He will apologise to Liverpool Football Club for what he said in the public, but he's not. I don't see him and Slot making up from this. And I genuinely don't feel like Slot is a sort of manager, like, especially not after hearing what he was saying in the interviews. Update Nelson, thank you so much, by the way. I just feel like Slot is going to stamp his authority on this and say, look, I am Liverpool manager right now. I'm the head coach of Liverpool Football Club. And if I say you don't play, it's because I fucking don't think you play. And I think that's what the situation is. And I just think they're going to clash heads now. So maybe what would be best moving forwards is either if the manager stays, then it would be for Salah to go. But if Salah stays, then the manager for me maybe parts way. I just don't know, mate. I don't know what the future holds for Salah or Slot at the moment. I think there's too many question marks over both.
Yes, fair point. Fair point.
Personally,
I think the writing's on the wall for Salah. I think he's got to go, because otherwise it's giving player power, isn't it, over the manager, and I just think that creates a toxic environment. But I did stay earlier before you was in here to the other two. I think this has been manufactured the way it's come about, and he's orchestrating his move to get out of the club anyway. That's just how it comes across to me.
So
you think Salah's trying to orchestrate it, mate? You think?
Yeah.
Well, get some power back, I think, because I think that the way where it could end up that it does work out is because the problem is not Slot, the problem is Hughes and that is where the disconnect has come, because Mo or agent or both has heard whisperings that they're like putting feelers out. Okay, how much would you pay for Salah? And that's what's made him kick his toys out the pram even more than being benched. Yeah. And it might be that Slot has had to bench him because of that plan going on. There could be all kinds of other things that are at play, because I thought it was very interesting that he only called out Slot for certain things and then said, someone wants me out. Someone is throwing me under the bus. It wasn't Slot wants me out.
Yeah, I agree. Who's the someone?
Hughes.
You think?
It's got to be Hughes, hasn't it?
Well, people are saying at Liverpool Football Club are probably going to look at Salah now and go, look, he's not performing, but yet if Saudi comes in, there's rumours of up to like 120 million for Mohamed Salah. I mean, Liverpool would be mad to say no to that.
Yeah.
Like, that pays for whatever we're going to put in the old trolley in January. It's the Christmas dash to get the gays and the Menyos or whoever.
I do just think, though, the whole situation, how sad will it be that Salah, what he's done for Liverpool, regardless of like your views on him at the moment or whatever, or how good he's playing, what he has done for Liverpool over the years, and that he's been a loyal servant to us for a long period of time. Yeah. I would be so disappointed if he just has to leave out the back door because because he's fell out with the manager or whatever. Like, for me personally, Thank you so much, Sandra, by the way, for that. I don't want to see great players for Liverpool leave in that fashion. Like, regardless of what's gone on, if he's coming to the end of his career at Liverpool, I would want to give him a big send off, like, and a good send off. And at the moment, if he doesn't play for Liverpool again and he leaves in January, he's not going to get any form of proper send off from the fans, and that's just fucking. I don't like that at all. Like, he shouldn't go.
But I'm not happy about it, but he created that situation. So he can only blame himself. You know, he says the club threw him under the bus. No, they didn't. You threw yourself under the bus with your behaviour. You know,
I just think it's tough because I think we're picking up what we're seeing in the media, and unfortunately, Salah said a lot in the media, but we don't know what went on behind closed doors. Like, Slot's not going to come out and say, "Yeah, I've completely stopped talking to Salah," like, in general, because that's not a good look for him. And if Salah has genuinely felt like they had a good relationship, and all of a sudden Salah's been dropped and Slot's not even telling him why or talk to him, but he's seeing players like Gakpo play week in, week out, Kanate, you know what I mean? Like, then, you know, I think there's an argument. There's always two sides to every argument, and I feel Salah shouldn't have gone about it the way he did, but I am thinking, because of the way we've been performing this season, that there's more that's going on behind closed doors. And I don't think 100%. That's just every player, but there's something rotting the core of Liverpool at the moment, whether it's Hughes, Edwards, Slot, players, whatever it is, I don't know. And I don't think we're going to find that out until it's, you know, until it all kind of comes to a head. But I just hope we can just build on our performances at the moment, concentrate about the football. If Salah chooses to leave Liverpool, hopefully we can give him some form of send-off, regardless of how it kind of goes. And, you know, ultimately, I want what's best for my club. And if that's Salah and Slot leave, or one leaves and one stays, I don't care. Whatever's best for Liverpool is what I want. So, don't know what the right answer is at the moment.
I do think it's hard for Slot, though. I do think he is like a piggy in the middle right now, because I think they took back control, right? Because basically Hughes left because he couldn't work with Klopp, and Klopp couldn't work with him, right? So he left, he went elsewhere, and then when they knew Klopp was going, they got Hughes back in, and they made sure that Slot understood that when he came in, he was coach. So his powers are stop at the white chalk of the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a lot of sway over who's coming in, who's going out, all of this. I'm going to have to put my dog out in a second. So I think that that is a problem. So if the benching is actually been taken out of Slot's hands, as in literally he's been told, you need to bench Mo Salah because we've got some people sniffing around, we don't want him getting injured, and we lose out on 125 million. Can you imagine that? And then he's got Mo going crazy at him in the dressing room, or you know, in behind closed doors, and he's got no answer for him because he can't even tell him the plan that's going on behind the scenes. Or like, I feel like there's something, because although he said, I've got no relationship with the manager anymore, that might be because Slot can't speak to him, because he's like, I can't even tell him what's actually happening here. It just feels, like you say, all a bit
very disjointed, isn't it?
Yeah, all a bit rotten.
There's too much going on, and this is what I don't like. Like, when people say, what's your views on Salah, what's your views on Slot? And I'm like, well, whatever it is, like, everyone's going to have their own views on everything, but I just don't like that there seems to be too many problems with Liverpool at the moment, on and off the pitch. And that's got to change. Like, we can't keep going like that, because it's clearly hurting our performances, whatever is happening. I
don't like the noise it's bringing around the club neither. I don't want this media attention on it. You know, we should solely be concentrating on football results, and that's it. Daz, because we ain't got long, mate. What's your thoughts on the Brighton game as well? Give us all your thoughts on that, and what you think the scoreline will be. And what do you think you should go with the same team that played Inter? Other than Bradley, obviously.
The same team that played Inter. I quite like the tactics. It's very similar to what we did against West Ham. Seems to work. It's not the most exciting football at the moment, because I don't feel like Liverpool are clicking when it comes in that sort of formation. I don't think it flows fully. But I think Vert should start against Brighton. I want to see him come into the starting 11. Play the same formation maybe, but I'd put Vert in instead of McAllister to start. I think Brighton's going to be a really tough game, man. I think Brighton are a very good team. They've been a good team for a while, but I think this season in general, there's something about it that worries me. You know, but
they usually play well against us, don't they?
Yeah, and I mean, I was worried going into the Inter game. Like, I felt like this was not a good time to be going away from home to Inter, but we come away with a clean sheet and a victory. So, you know, the players have proven this season like that they can do it. I mean, look at our results against Real Madrid, Villa. You know, like people were saying that, you know, about Villa, and I was like, Villa's not a big team. Villa are a very good team this year, and we won that game really well. Like, we had to play really good to beat Villa. So I highlight Villa, you know, Real Madrid games to see the players have still got it in a locker. It's just what players turn up against Brighton. Like, they turned up in the Champions League. You know, Liverpool seem to be doing this where we can play the big teams and do really well. But as soon as we play a team that, you know, we're expected to beat or do well against, it's like the players half-assed it. Like, I don't know, like, maybe they don't. But to me, I watch them and I'm like, where's the performance level? Where's the passion? Where's the intensity? Sometimes when we play these lesser teams, Brighton's not a lesser team. Brighton are a very good team. We need to turn up against them. My score prediction, I think, is going to be, I'm going to say 2-1 to Liverpool, but we need to play really well. I can see us being stronger defensively again, because it's obviously what sorts trying to work on at the moment, and hopefully we can get a victory, because I think we're desperate to get 3 points in the Premier League, because if we need to drop in points in the Premier League, you know, that's just going to mount up and the pressure is going to build and build there, and then it becomes more of a thing than what it should be. Get back to winning ways in the Premier League, you know, build on the confidence that we're already growing at the moment, and you know, it just depends who turns up. I think Don will turn up in this game. He seems to turn up week in, week out. But players like McAllister and stuff, you know, he needs to play well. If he does start, he needs to play well. I mean, it's like if Isak's played again, if we go with the same formation, I want to see more from Isak. He's not fully fit, and I keep backing him with that and saying we're yet to see nowhere near what he's capable of. But I want to see signs. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he does play against Brighton, I want to see a bit more from him.
Do we need to adapt as a team, though, to suit his style of play? Or does he need to adapt to the team? Because
I think he needs to adapt to Liverpool. Like, you know, he's not playing for Newcastle anymore. I mean that with no disrespect to Newcastle supporters or them as a club, because they are a big club and, you know, they've got a great fan base. But what I say about that is at Newcastle, obviously, he was one of their biggest players. That's why he demanded that fee that Liverpool paid for him. But, you know, looking forwards now, like, he plays at Liverpool Football Club. Like, if it doesn't work for him, like, Liverpool will find a striker. We've got one in Ekitike that is raring to go, and he's showing that he can be the main man for Liverpool up top. So Isak, unfortunately, you know, I will give him a bit of time, but I don't think many Liverpool fans will. And will Liverpool Football Club? We've paid a lot for him. If he doesn't start to show that he's got it, he needs to adapt to the players at the club. And I think Liverpool moving forwards need to build their team around Wirtz and maybe players like Isak and stuff, because we've just spent big money on him. But, you know, to build a team around Isak, he needs to be showing a lot more than what he is so far. Yeah, that's for sure.
Because we know he likes balls into him, like with the crossing, and he's got the height to get on a cross, and he likes the ball to his feet, doesn't he? But he's not one from coming from deep positions and running, is he? Not in general. He likes. I mean, so far he seems like an old style Gary Lineker. You know, he floats about the 6-yard line, waiting for tap-ins.
Yeah. I think sometimes I feel like so I see him a bit differently. So, like, I think to get the best out of him for definite, we need to, you know, distribute a bit more from the wings and stuff. I don't think we're using Kirkez's ability on that left wing. Like, he's got a great cross on him, but we don't seem to be using it much. Gakpo needs to use him if he's playing on the overlapping runs and get more crossing. But we need that from the right as well. But when you've got Isak in the box, like, that is his strengths. But at the moment, I kind of see Isak. He's not getting in the right areas. When it comes down to that final pass, Isak's, you know, not quite on the same wavelength, and he's like arriving a second too late or whatever in the box. I'm like, mate, he's trying too hard. I think he's trying to move outside of the box. Whereas for me, I'm like, just play like Robbie Fowler. Like, I want you in that area. You should be. We bought him because he's a clinical finisher, and I just want him to just sit in the box and finish everything that we feed him. And at the moment, he's trying to go and get the ball and make things happen. And I think that's just because of pressure that's on him at the moment. But hopefully he chills a bit.
And I feel exactly the same. But I think the reason he's doing that is because we've not had the right setup around him to get the balls in. And, you know, without Kirkes and Frimpong, who are going to be the the people to do that. He's like, shit, I've not touched the ball for 30 minutes. I better go and run into run and try and get it. And then he's in somebody else's space, and it's all been a bit messy. If we can sort out, him being supplied, and I think if Kirkes isn't going to play so much, and it's going to be split between him and Andy, or they're not going to change the formation or whatever, then something needs to change to enable that to happen.
Your dog is so cute, by the way.
Oh, she is. She
actually reminds me of Kev a little bit. She's got the old goatee going on.
I wouldn't have that.
Oh,
I wish I was that cute.
She's so cute.
She's adorable.
She is adorable. I'm not a dog person, but she's a dog I'd have.
Seriously, I have so many friends that are not dog people that absolutely adore her. She's the best dog.
Right, yeah.
The way she keeps looking up at you.
Yeah, I've been away from her for 3 weeks, so
glad to have her mum back.
Yeah, she's absolutely clinging onto me.
There are one of the people in my chat that said, I like her, she has football knowledge, champions, that is.
Oh, thank you.
We only have the best on here.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's quality, not quantity.
Thank you for the road. Your views on what we're talking about, guys, obviously in the comments. I'm a little bit late to the boot room tonight, but if you've got something you want to ask the other guys while they're on, because we're not going to be on for much longer.
No, I'm going to have to shoot off now anyway.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again, Daz. Great to have you back, Sarah.
Thank you.
Paul, I'll catch you later. Or tomorrow, probably.
I will be on in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, probably, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I will be.
I'm gonna leave too, because I've got an interview at 8:15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good luck with your interview tomorrow.
Best of luck for that.
But
thank you for waiting for me, guys. Thank you.
No worries, mate.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Not a boot room without Daz boy.
Bye everyone. Thank you for the love.
See you later, guys.
See you soon.
Good luck, guys. Right. He got banned from Paul's live, so I'm watching. Who got banned from Paul's live?
Hang on, I'm just going to readjust my image. Who got banned from my live?
Did someone get banned from your live, mate? Did they?
Maybe Sandra kicked them if they were being a pain. Who was that?
Oh, I don't know. So I said somebody got banned from your live. So Metal Vortex in the middle. Best line up in the live tonight. Great show tonight, guys. The 18.
Cheers, Vortex.
100%, mate. Brilliant. Thank you, Mel, mate. Ronaldo or Messi? Says well, mate, it's Messi for me. I don't like Ronaldo. Not just because of the Man United thing. I don't know. I mean, of course, Messi's got an ego as well, but I think Ronaldo's got a bit of an ego. But if you're that good at football, I understand why he's got an ego, right? But yeah, I prefer Messi, mate. I think from what I've seen over the years, Ronaldo worked really hard to be as good as what he is at football. I think Messi was born with that gift. I mean, the way he can take it around the whole team on his own is just incredible. Like, you know what I mean? It's not easy taking it around a professional defender at all, and he can take it around everyone. So it's mental. Thank you for the likes as well, Paul Lennox, mate. Big shout out to you. Both incredible players, but Messi is the GOAT. Oh, and your name is R9 Ronaldo. Well, that's yeah. I know. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Oh, well, no, he comes into my chat. He's a good guy, is
yeah,
comes in for a chat.
One says, unless you're playing against Canate, lol. Yeah. I reckon we have another week of that ahead of us. Oh, what have we got ahead of us, guys? Let me know. So what's your views on the Brighton game then, Paul? You think Liverpool going to win it?
Yeah, I'm still edgy about Liverpool at the moment. Which, even though we had that cracking result midweek, but we are at home. But we know Brighton, when they want to, can play very nice football. So I hope they don't turn it on, because I think we could struggle. And what I don't want to see is throw away like a 2-0 lead again, like we did against Leeds. But I'm hopeful. I'm going 3-1. I'm trying to remain confident about this.
3-1. Good, big score.
And if we win well, and let's say Salah ain't even on the bench, not in the team, nowhere near it, and we have another very good win without him being in the team, I think it also kind of is another nail in his coffin in he's leaving the club.
Right.
Because I think it'll be proving to him that we don't need it. Because I think he's, not to go back onto the Salah story too much, but I just want to see Liverpool be able to put in a really good team performance and prove that we're not just about Mo Salah.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul Edgar says Brighton 2, Liverpool 1. Paul, you think Brighton are going to beat Liverpool? Salah hat-trick against Brighton. I don't even think he's going to feature, mate. I genuinely don't feel Liverpool are going to put him in that situation, put the manager in that situation. I don't think anything will be repaired, in time for the match. Unfortunately, it looks like Salah will go off to the AFCON with stuff the way it is. Hopefully they have behind closed doors tried to repair things to a degree, but I just can't see manager and player getting back to best. But guys, there's been loads of players and managers over the years that have never got on, and it still worked to a degree. But I think when you're one of Liverpool's big players like Mohamed Salah, you need him to be on the same page as the manager at the moment. The manager needs all the players behind him and to try and back him and support him to get us back playing well. And unfortunately, if you've got unrest in the team like that, that's when it becomes harder. And we've seen at Liverpool we've struggled a bit this season. We're going to put it that way. We're not going to say it was really bad, but we are struggling. I think we've started to turn a corner a little bit because, the recent run of results shows that Liverpool, are getting a little bit better defensively, maybe, apart from the Leeds game. But I think that's more individual player mistakes than it is the formation that's costing us the goals.
If we can... Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, well, everything you just said, we know where the problems are in our team, but some of it can't be rectified till we get to that January transfer window. If we can get 9 points from Brighton, Spurs, and Wolves, have we turned the corner?
Well, if you're back winning ways, then yes, you've got to say that you have to a degree. But I think I'm not just looking at what results we're going to have. I'm looking at, do I see an improvement,
improved team
and not just an improvement, but I want to see individual players playing back towards their best. I want to see the team be able to defend comfortably in situations like corners and crosses into the box. Sometimes we look like headless chickens. We need to be.
See, we've still got that to fix as well. We've got to sort out the set piece problem. And when you went live the other night after the Milan game, and I said to you, I thought that was our best team performance yet. And you said, no, mate, possibly Rio, I think you said. But the Inter game for me, I just saw 11 players playing as a team again. And I don't think we've seen that for quite some time, And that was a real nice thing. Cheers for the gift, Giggles. Because I think we've lost so many games where you've seen individual performances from one or two, but as a group, it's just not been there. And Tuesday was the nicest thing for me. Obviously getting the win, but the way we played as a team.
Yeah, 100%. 5am said, do you think Liverpool are in a siege mentality mode at the moment? Metal, thank you so much. That's cool. I'm ready. It's a little SpongeBob thing. I hadn't seen that before. Thanks, mate.
I'm not sure I'd use the word siege. I would say more
I said damage limitations. We were getting very close to it. I think, at the moment, Liverpool will be looking at damage limitations, whether that is what they're going to do over Mohamed Salah in January, what they're going to do about who they're going to bring into the club, because we know that we need a centre-back. Gahey is the name that everyone's looking to. So do we go after that and things? And I think with a manager, that something I do like about our owners this year, we haven't seen anything publicly really from them, but we saw the other night after the Salah comments that, I think Paul Joyce said it, that apparently the Liverpool owners want to back the Liverpool manager at the moment and get him through this tough period that he's going through this season. I do like that, regardless of what my views are of Slot, because I've said it before, guys, and I will say it again. I'm not overly confident that Slot is the right manager for me moving forward as Liverpool, but the owners are backing him. They're trying to support him. They're not just throwing him under the bus and stuff like this. But people are saying about Mohamed Salah, they're obviously backing the manager over Salah and things like this. I don't know. I think I would like to see a bit more come out from the owners. I'd like to see them come out and say, look, guys, we know that Liverpool's going through a tough time. We know what's going on with Salah, with the manager. We know that things aren't good, but we're going to be working on these things, behind closed doors. And our goal is to get us back to the top. We won the league last year. We want to be back there. We spent a lot of money in the transfer window. I just want to see a bit of humility. I want to feel that us fans are not in this alone. I want to feel like the managers are with us, the managers with us, the owners are with us, the players are with us. Like, that's when Klopp was in charge.
We want unity again, don't we? Yeah.
Like, at the moment,
everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, and it especially at the moment, you know, like, because things aren't going great. I mean, over the Mohamed Salah thing, I don't think I've seen Liverpool fans divided and split and falling out so much on social media since I started doing it myself. Like, you know, you've got people arguing about Salah there and like really falling out too, like Liverpool fans seriously clashing online. I'm like, guys, ultimately the reason we're all falling out is because we want what's best for Liverpool Football Club and we're passionate about it. But, you know, one thing that we've got to do is try and stick together for all this shit. And if we can, you know, then we will turn this around. Like, all this shit that Liverpool will get relegated this year and all this, and we're past it now. I'm like, no way, right? We proved against Real Madrid and that the performance levels are still in them players, right? We just need to build on what we're doing week in, week out. Every game now, we need to take every game as it comes and build on it. And unfortunately, the game against Leeds, that was a knock in confidence, but then the game against Inter was a confidence boost, clean sheet.
Do you know what I found really interesting as well? You talking about Salah and how he's divided fans, was after the Inter game, obviously the Liverpool fans were held back while the Inter fans left the stadium, and they're all chanting Slot's name. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was it's a nice bit of backing for Slot and the club that even though fans are divided on the Salah thing, is that once the game's on, it's all about the game, the team, and backing your manager. So whether you're slot in or slot out, all the time he's in, back him.
Yeah, nice to see you, Lizzie, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. Me too, buddy. You're in the right area. We're all Liverpool fans. There is some people that joins us in the live streams that aren't Liverpool fans, but they're decent people. We generally get a lot of people.
Definitely. Correct.
Yeah, I think for me, I say it week in, week out. Whether you want Slot to stay or go, Salah to stay or go, or whatever it is, every time Liverpool step on that field to play football, if you are a true Liverpool supporter, you should be backing the players and the manager and everyone that is currently there, that game, because you want us to win, you know. And it was sad because I know everyone's got their own views and I respect everyone's views on that, but genuinely I had quite a lot of people come out the other day saying to me, I actually want Liverpool to lose a lot at the moment because I want Slot to go. Like, and I'm like, I understand
that for me,
people are hurting, but I would never want Liverpool to lose a game
100%.
Just because I don't want a manager here or something like that. Like, it's just
if you want Liverpool to lose and you claim you're a Liverpool fan, you need to ask yourself a big question. Go look in the mirror, have a word with yourself. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Slot at the moment, but I do believe he can turn it around. But I understand people's frustrations with him. But don't ever wish your football club to leave to get rid. That's just like, that makes no sense at all. Every club goes through good and bad times. You have to ride that wave of when it's good, and when it's bad, you just have to sit back and try and get through it.
Yeah. I mean, the Metals just said here, Dom is our next captain and build a team around Wirtz. I mean, I would go as far. I keep saying we should build the team around Wirtz and Isaac moving forwards because of how much we spent on him. But if you're looking at our best player currently, that is Dominic Szoboszlai, isn't it? So we should be looking to build a team around him. And is he going to be the next Liverpool captain? I think he's putting in a very
Definitely,
good
George.
shout to be the next captain when Van Dijk steps down. 100%. 100%.
Right, Daz, I'm going to give you 4 more minutes of my good time, mate. I need to get off at about 1:45, all right, fella?
I need to have some food and everything, mate. Steve, thank you so much for the hump.
Cheers, Green God.
Tonight, guys. So
I'm glad you managed to get on for a few minutes with us. It felt weird with you not being in the room, mate.
Yeah, I was so grateful. You said, "Oh, we're still on," and that because I was thinking,
always, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate.
You take care, mate. Guys, one more question for me and for Paul, and then we'll call it a night there. All right. So it's been really good to have you lot join us as always. You have some players peaked last year. Yeah, some of them. But, I mean, they won the league last year, so you could look at that and they're not playing well now. But have they peaked, or is it just they just dropped in form at the moment? Yeah, those players in bad times don't chat BS in the media about the club. Yeah, see, so we're talking about, mate, what have I just done? Something's come up on my screen. I've just bought all the comments up massive on the screen. All right, there you go. That was super weird. Guys, have you got a question for me or Paul that you want to ask? If it's about the game, the next Liverpool game.
I've got one from Chetan. He says, guys, do you think Kirkus has improved and do you think it'll challenge Robbo? Do you know what? I kind of see them both being rotated a lot this season, and I don't honestly see Robbo doing another season after this one. What do you think, Daz?
I don't think Kirkers is going to, do that now. But I'm hopeful that in the future, once he calms down a bit and gets used to being a Liverpool player and how Liverpool want him to play, and I think I think it really depends on how the manager sets up, because I think it doesn't suit Kirkers sometimes the way we play. But if all those things kind of align, there's no reason why Kirkes can't become a really good player for Liverpool and take over from Robbo, because Robbo is getting towards the end of his career and Kirkes is a young, super fit. And we saw in the Premier League last year, he's a very talented left back. I just think at the moment, while you've got Andy Robertson at your club, you stick with Robbo and you let Kirkes learn from him and you give him a bit of time and you afford him the time to be able to bed into the club, into his surroundings, and take the pressure off him, because I think we're seeing it with Isaac. I think I said it earlier, the way he's trying too hard. Like when they move to a big club like Liverpool, you can't overshadow how tough that is on a player coming and playing for Liverpool Football Club because of how big they are. The following, I mean, our players like Ekitike and that in pre-season, they weren't playing from a team that has so many in a stadium for their matches to going on tour with Liverpool in a pre-season and selling out stadiums. That's mental, the levels to this game. Yeah. And
I think if we'd only bought one or two players in the summer and the team was playing at its peak, then it's very easy to introduce a player and they fit in a lot easier because everyone around them is doing great. When we brought Kirkes into the team, it was a new system with players who weren't playing great. So sadly for him, he gets a lot of that attention because he's the newbie as well. But he's very young and he's still mouldable. And I think, hopefully he does find his feet in the club. In 2 seasons' time, he could be phenomenal. We just got to give him time.
Robertson. Oh, mate, Robbo was one of the best left backs in world football. He's got a lot of experience. He's won the Champions League.
And what a buy.
I would argue, that he could learn a lot from Andy Robertson. I think Robertson has been fantastic for Liverpool over the years, just because he might not be, a flying left back these days or whatever. I think all the years that he was working up and down Liverpool's left flank, I don't expect him to be able to keep doing it these days. To be honest, when he does play for Liverpool, we are better defensively at the moment anyway. So, let's not forget all the players we bought is an investment for years. Not right now, exactly, Sandra, 100%.
Yeah, we're better.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't followed and you do like this sort of content, then please consider following to myself and to Paul. I'm on the road to 10k followers. We're not.
Well done, mate. I hit 7 today. So can I just say quickly as well, guys, next Thursday is the last boot room of the year, because the following Thursday is Christmas Day, then it's New Year's Day. So we will be back on January the 8th, which is the Arsenal fixture. I haven't spoke to Daz about this yet, but the other 3, me, Kevin, Sarah for definite, will be doing a watch along and then go straight into the boot room afterwards for an hour or something. So if you're free, obviously, and you can do it, Daz, but I do appreciate you got along, mate. Anyway, thanks to everyone for tonight. It's been a great show. And this will, if you've missed any of this and you want to see the full show, it should be on our website by tomorrow evening. It takes me a little while to download it and re-upload it and edit it. But anyway, pleasure, Daz. And I shall see you very soon, mate. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.